Take two.
Welcome
So now
to
no one in the
Spelling
VOD
Tea
will
with
know.
Susie. I am Susie, and tonight I'm joined by YouTube channel Vote for Holt. This is Jameson, Kaylee, and Julian. Hi guys, welcome.
Hello.
Howdy.
Good to be
Thank you
here.
so much for having us.
Oh,
Yes.
thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming. Oh my goodness, it is so great to finally get to chat with you guys. Liv, thank you for your subscribing for 6 months. That's super cool of you. All right, so welcome in again. First things first. Thank you for joining me. I know, like, we hadn't ever really talked before I had reached out to you. So I have to ask, are any of you at all familiar with this show and how it goes?
Apart from it being people drinking tea and talking about Nancy Drew nerd things, no, that's the extent of what I know about it.
Okay.
I'm on the same board as Jamie.
Okay.
I watched parts of a few episodes and I just loved the chill vibes. It looked very fun. And outside of that, no, I am admittedly just meeting you for the first time too. So
Okay. All right. Oh, I just noticed that the chat is underneath our video. So hold on. Hold on.
Makes no difference to me.
Well, it makes a difference for people watching.
Oh, that's what you were saying. I thought you were talking about your end. My bad.
Nah. Okay, we're good. Okay, so anyway, so Julia, what episodes did you watch?
hold on, I'm forgetting it was your most recent 2 episodes. I'm just forgetting the
Oh, so
People-
MLM's was the last
yeah,
one.
Nickerson.
Casey
Yes.
Nickerson.
Casey Nickerson and
Nickerson.
Emmons, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah,
those
I
are
know. I
some
was
good
like,
ones.
whoa. I was like, Ned? Is that you?
No, I have interviewed Scott Carty though. You should have watched that one. That was a good one.
Watching that
I
after
missed it.
Probably should see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot to watch after this.
It's a good one. Maybe this is a good time to announce to my friends and people who watch me. I have pretty soon some very important voice actors from the new game coming very soon. So make sure if you are not subscribed that you do subscribe, because you're gonna want to see this / hear this. So
That's exciting.
Dude.
I know, I'm so excited. So, the alert box is behind it too. Well, you know what, Liv? I just set this up like 2 minutes ago, so forgive me.
So sorry, we're coming in with so many technical mishaps.
Yeah.
Remember I told you, I
Firing
like
on all
literally
cylinders
warned
here.
y'all. I was like, I'm gonna be late. All right, come on up, Sam. Come on up.
Oh,
Oh, hi.
that is a big fella.
Oh, that looks like my Benny.
Adorable.
Yeah, this is our guy.
Hello.
We're all
Oh, I
cat
love
people
my
here at
cats.
Vote for Holt.
Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Oh, good, because this is a very big cat channel.
Absolutely.
That is fine by me.
Liv, you don't redeem Booty Wheel, you just redeem FMK, I think. I haven't added a Booty Wheel redemption, but if you want to redeem something and specify Booty Wheel, go for it. That'll come up, don't worry.
Yeah, got some questions.
That's just good with no context.
I
So,
feel like I'm on the Eric Andre show.
okay, she just redeemed FMK. So you want Booty Wheel right off the bat. Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, this is gonna get vicious.
I'm scared.
Okay, so basically, I have accidentally become the Nancy Drew booty person on accident. I swear it was an accident.
Signing up for that job.
So, yes, please finish getting the booty pics for me. Thank you. Anyway, so
I feel like we're gonna be ranking suspects' asses. That's what I'm
that's
getting out of
literally
this.
what it is. That's literally
Let's
what it is.
go.
I have an
Let's go.
entire-
Let's go.
Oh my god.
I have an entire wheel of every character who you see the backside of at any point during a game.
I will know them all.
I have
Yeah, no.
never been more ready for a challenge in my life.
It would be so funny to do a zoomed in ass pic and then we have to guess the character.
I think that's what we're going for.
How great would that be? Oh my word. All right.
I'd go 100.
Right off the bat, we're doing the booty wheel. So this came about, like, full disclosure, this came about on accident. It just happened, like, I have wheels for FMK and I have every Nancy Drew character on them, but I realized one night right before I started streaming that I had forgotten to add all of the vendors from Danger by Design, and I couldn't remember the one vendor's name and just wrote her in as Booty Vendor. And lo and behold, she came up, and then we made an entire booty wheel.
Divinely provided.
This is incredible.
So, yeah, so let's go ahead and open that. But the basic gist of this show is my followers and even some of yours have come together, asked lots of questions for you guys to answer for us tonight. And we're just gonna chat about Nancy Drew and have a good time.
Nice.
That's
Good.
great.
We are
Love
just
it.
now pulling up the stream. Actually, we were just looking at the Discord call, like a bunch of. Sorry, I don't want to disparage too many games. Earlier, I was going to say Danger by Design fans, but we'll come after that one later.
It's okay. This is taking its time tonight. Liv, I'm sorry. Let me refresh the page. I'll give you your booty wheel, I swear. It's taking its time. Here we go. And then I have so many questions that I was given for y'all, so
I'm
Oh, that's
so ready.
awesome.
yes.
I'm very excited.
It's gonna be so good. The audacity, I know. I'm sorry. Also, welcome in, everyone. Thank you all for joining. I think
Welcome.
that the wheel is literally like you've never called upon me so quickly before. So, Liv,
It
I will
wasn't
give it to
ready.
you. I will. I will give it to you, but let's do a question first. Let's do a question while it's thinking. All right. So you guys haven't finished Key yet, right?
None.
Haven't,
We
no.
Okay. That's okay.
we are not done with it yet, but probably about
We're
halfway
getting
through
close.
it, and we're excited. We are actively enjoying it.
Good, good. So what are your spoiler-free thoughts on it so far?
Ooh, let's go one at a time. You want to go first, Julian?
Yeah, so already I think it's doing one of the best jobs in world building and storytelling as far as like historical themes go. And that's what I'm really valuing from it. I'm also really liking the majority of the characters.
Okay.
And I'm pleasantly surprised with the puzzles so far, and I appreciate that the game's not hand-holding us. So
Yeah. Yeah, the puzzles are friggin' difficult.
yes, they are.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah. So you say you like most of the characters. Is there somebody that you just despise?
Despise is a strong word, but
Laddie.
like, that is who I was going to say. Laddie and Oscar maybe, but like, I think
love
he's kind of
Oscar.
just. Yeah, I do too. I call him Ryan Gosling, but he's just kind of in this passive, like, judgmental role right now, and I'm hoping his character comes out of that a little bit. But
Kay, you want to say your thoughts?
I was gonna say I'm Laddie's stan and Julian is wrong, but we don't have to get into that. We don't have to be ops right now. I want to say that I am really enjoying the game, and I'm not very good with puzzles, which is why I'm always very happy to have Jamie right here to help me through them. But I have had some of like the most fun ever trying to get through these difficult key puzzles with the both of you, with Jamie and Julian, that like it's worth it to me. It's worth some of them being like some of the communication being a bit down.
Yeah.
Because my brain's kind of design oriented to a fault. There are some little nitpicky things here and there, like how the town feels a wee bit empty. I do kind of like how in the older Nancy Drew games, the areas felt super handcrafted, even though some of them were smaller. This one, I'm kind of wishing for that, but at the same time, like, it's such a big place with such a rich story. I think I'd be, you're sacrificing something to get another good, so I can't critique that too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
What I'll say about Key that hasn't been said yet so far, as it's playing right now, I think that the first hour dragged pretty hard, and I was feeling like it was going to be like a C tier Nancy Drew, or possibly below.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, like as soon as we were figured out, you had to double click on the note to open up the Salati Jeweler or the Degas site.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, the game got way, way better, and I was really excited to go back and keep playing it. And I still am like on that momentum. I'm really enjoying where it's going. There's definitely problems with it, and we talk about them extensively in our playthrough. But to me, the most exciting thing I can say about Keys is that it is proof that the Nancy Drew games can be on top again. And I think that if her continues this trend and they listen to fan feedback, and I think I'm going to make an entire video, honestly, on how to make Game 35 even better. Bottom line, I think that we can continuously get increasing quality Nancy Drew games and stay on this trend.
Yeah.
And there's very specific things that need tweaking that will bring us back to the golden days, I believe.
Absolutely. I like what Liv just said in the chat. Given the target audience is literal children, I think we need a little hand holding, or at least the option for it. And I agree. I feel like there was a lot in the game that I was like, if only Nancy had given me like a verbal clue that that's what I needed to do next. Like, oh, maybe I should text Ned about this, you know? Like, that would have been cool.
Yes. No, I agree with that. There's so many times where, like, there's some missing audio cues, like you said, where I wish Nancy would say, okay, well, just discovering like the pin in Elka's shop. I feel like there just needed to be an observation about that or something, and that would help drive the story a little bit more instead of leaving the player in this very clueless state. But,
That's something to know, that we don't want to make this conversation last forever, but that's a very good thing Join brings up, is that most of the problems I've had with Key so far are things that could be fixed by either just deleting a very small detail or adding a very small detail. They're all just tic-tacs and nitpicks that I feel would make the game better.
Yes, same. Yeah, I'm gonna make a whole video about it, but like, so no spoilers. I want people to watch the video. But I had so many little things about the game that I was just like, if it had only just been, you know, this, then it would have been perfect. And there was a lot of that. It was a really good game. I have finished it, so obviously no spoilers, but it was a really good game. I give it like a 7 out of 10, I think. And I think I'm being harsher than most fans that I've seen. Most people I'm seeing are giving it an 8 out of 10, or some people have actually told me it's their actual new favorite Nancy Drew game.
Wow. I haven't seen that, but that's pretty awesome.
This game is going to have to turn up hard in the last half if it's going to make my favorite Nancy Drew game of all time. It can't be done. I'm too biased, just in favor of the old ones.
Okay, so what is everyone's favorite game?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're going to be here like another hour now.
You first.
Okay, I'll go first this time. Knee-jerk reaction. When I say favorite, I'm not saying best. The game that I can just have the most cozy, immediate fun time with, I would either immediately say Curse of Blackmore Manor or Ghost Dogs and Moonlake.
So good. So good. Oh.
You're a Dogs fan then?
Oh, who isn't?
Oh, you'd be surprised. We've had some contentious debates around the Vote for Holt Discord about the validity of that game.
Really? Okay. Well, can I just say then, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut anybody off, but I run the Facebook group, the Nancy Drew Games fans Facebook group, with like, I think it's almost 10,000 people in it at this point. Most of the time, and it's not every time, but like, I want to say like 7 out of 10 people, when they answer the questions to enter the group, they have to say which game is their favorite, say Ghost Dogs.
Really?
Wow. That is shocking.
What is this correlation between like Facebook users and enjoying Pennsylvania?
I don't know, but like, people love Ghost Dogs, and I noticed it so much more recently. Like, there's always, like, every game is mentioned. Midnight in Salem is mentioned a lot.
No way.
Yes.
Her favorite game?
Yes.
Bound to get some bots on Facebook.
No, because it's the new fans, the people who have only started playing since Midnight in Salem, have only played Midnight in Salem. They don't know better.
That is a good point. That there are some people whose first Nancy Drew game was Midnight in Salem.
Yeah.
I wonder how big that demographic is.
Yeah.
That's got to be like significant for people to be saying that's their favorite.
I mean, if you don't know any other game.
Well, I mean, like, you play one, you don't play I don't know.
Yeah.
I would think they would like jump 1 or 2 back, maybe.
I would like.
It's just interesting.
I mean, obviously, I can't really remember a life where I haven't been playing Nancy Drew games because I was 5 when I started. But like,
Same.
I imagine if I were to be a person getting into these games, I would probably start with either the very first one that I could get my hands on, or the most recent one.
I think I would too, to be fair.
But anyway, sorry, go on.
Oh, you're good. Who wanted to go next? I guess I can if I'm technically in the.
Yeah, you'll be the middle child for these questions. Your favorite game that you've played so far? Because Kaylee hasn't played about 10 or less.
I think less than 10 at this point. But so far, I would have to say that it's between Thornton Hall, which was my first, so it's got that for a nostalgia reason, and Carousel, actually.
Really?
Hot
Yeah,
take.
I think
That is a hot
that
take.
You know,
I had
but I'm
so
here
much
for
fun with that one, and I've actually been thinking about replaying, like going back through the ones that I've played. I've been looking for one that I might want to try and play with my mom somehow, because I think that she would really like the Nancy Drew games, and I want to show her an older one.
Scarlet Hand.
You're really funny, Julian. You know that. I was thinking either maybe Carousel, or I was also thinking Ghost Dogs.
You know, it's funny because it usually goes the other way around, that people's first game is Haunted Carousel, and that's why it's their favorite. Not that they start with one of the best games in the series and then say, yeah, Carousel's my favorite game.
Well, it's between those two. I remember having a great time with Thornton Hall, but it was, God, like what, 5 years ago at this point that we played it together.
Okay, but Thornton
that
Hall
was-
is one of the best games.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like,
Out
hands
of all
down.
of the ones I've played, for sure.
I could rag on Thornton Hall in some places, but overall, I do really consider it to be like an S tier Nancy Drew.
Yeah,
It's
no,
very
listen,
accessible.
I've heard all your commentary.
Oh, good, you're up to speed.
Oh yes. Julian, what about you?
Well, sure. So returning to the same era, Final Scene is by far my favorite game. I think it's just like it feels like a very different Nancy Drew game. It's much more sinister and intimidating, and the Royal Palladium Theater is one of my favorite environments Her Interactive has ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's got to be Final Scene for me.
that's a good game. Can I tell you something? It's one of my
Yes.
least favorites.
Oh boy. Oh
So
boy.
I have a really good reason, okay? It is a phenomenal game. I absolutely will like tout its merits like all day long. It's so good, okay? I am so with you. However, when I played that game, it had just come out and I was a child. All right?
Did it scare you?
No, it didn't scare me. It made me uncomfortable in like a weird way.
Exactly.
So-
I think that's why I
Twin Peaks
like
game.
Yeah,
Like an Uncanny Valley sort of deal.
Not exactly. I think it was like, I was like I said, I was like a child. I don't remember what year it came out, but I was very young. And you're stuck in a building and it's dark and like Nancy is stressed. So now that I'm an adult, that's incredible, you know? But like as a kid, those feelings were so just like uncomfy for me that it kind of lasted to adulthood, that I look back on it now and I'm like, it's fine. It's not my favorite. I say it's a good game, but it just, you know, those feelings just like never left me.
Well, and that's exactly why I like it. And I probably started playing it at a bit more mature age than 5. Take it.
Yeah.
But,
Probably 8.
I think it's just one of the like most emotional Nancys that we see, and it's for the entirety of the game.
Yes.
And I just think it's pretty cool.
It is cool, although I do have issues with like, if you're so stressed, Nancy, then don't just be like, oh, I am pretty sleepy. Let me just not talk to the cops. You know, that always got me.
You know, actually, I'll just validate you real quick and say that there are Nancy Drew games that I play because I love the spooky atmosphere to them, and I love just like the scary tones of games 17, 23, and 28.
Mm-hmm.
But the Final Scene is easily the game that scares me in a way that I don't enjoy playing it. It very much feels like a real derelict building
Yes.
that I don't feel safe in.
Yes.
And it is the Nancy Drew game that you said it perfectly. It's just unpleasant and uncomfortable, but in a way that people like Julian love it, and people like us appreciate it, but don't necessarily come running back to it for a replay.
Precisely. Yes. That was a really great way to put it. Yeah. I like it is easily one of their best games in terms of like getting you to feel an emotion that they're intending for you to feel, and it's not just like, oh my gosh, my best friend has gone missing, but let's go fishing, you know, or let's go snorkeling, you know, like all that, where it was just, oh, I'm having a really fun time in the summer in this game where my best friend is missing. But then she's like, in Final Scene, she's like, oh, my friend is missing. I'm stressed as heck because she could die, you know, like the feeling was there. They really did a good job of like giving you that emotion and following it through, and that's phenomenal.
Nancy cares way more when Maya Wynn gets kidnapped than she does when Bess gets kidnapped in game 21.
Yes. Yeah.
I I never thought of that comparison, but it's true.
If Ned got kidnapped, there would be a game.
No, she just wouldn't even know.
Yeah. Sorry. My
you're
husband
fine.
and my best friend are chatting about our cats. Oh.
Okay, Susie, I would love to hear your favorite game. You're not
Yes,
escaping
please
this
do.
question.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
sure. Yeah. I am a hardcore Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon fan, as well as Warnings at Waverly Academy.
We all
Great
said
takes.
different games. Good takes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I also love Danger on Deception Island. Those are my top 3.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was our #1 game. If
Yeah.
you saw the video,
No,
yeah.
I did. I watched the whole thing and I was happy.
DDI is
Although,
fire.
you guys did Shadow Ranch so dirty.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Let me. I feel like Shadow Ranch is a great game that just gets a little more credit than it deserves. That's how I've
Yes.
always felt about it.
Yes, absolutely. It is my 5th favorite, I'd say. But
It probably
like,
makes my top 10.
yeah, like it's absolutely one of the best games. I don't think it's the best game, but I think, and this is probably a really hot take, so I'm really sorry to anyone in chat who is a Dave shipper person, but like,
no.
you guys only love Shadow Ranch because of Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry guys.
That's probably the reason
I
why it
love
doesn't appeal to Julian and
I like Shadow Ranch because of Tex. I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you, Kaylee. Tex is the arguably better cowboy.
Shorty all day long. I love the Western cook. Sometimes I pretend I'm Shorty when I'm slaving away in the kitchen.
Oh my god. Back when I didn't know how, like, as many drawing fundamentals and I had to draw Shorty like 55 times for that one thumbnail, I was on the brink of throwing myself off of a cliff. I hate Shorty Thurman. I
That's
Bailey's
good.
beef with Shorty Thurman.
That is too good. Oh my goodness. No, I'm a big Tex person for sure, but not
absolutely.
not a big Dave person. Dave is fine. He's fine.
I can't believe it took me till like last month when I saw a comment saying so. The text is supposed to be talking like Clint Eastwood. I never made that connection because I was playing Shadow Ranch before I ever saw a Clint Eastwood western.
Wow, that makes so
apparently,
much
like-
sense.
Yeah,
I never thought of that.
literally that's who he's supposed to be. Like I just remember Argophone saying in his Let's Play, just like, why does he talk like Batman in The Dark Knight? I'm just like, yes, Tex is trying to be Batman. That's the only.
That's
Then I put
hilarious.
that thought to rest.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. No, I always say Dave is a cowboy, Tex is a cowman.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. That's all I have
Oh,
to say
yeah.
on the matter.
Absolutely.
Anyway, moving on. I actually have the
Yes,
booty
we were
wheel
promised
open.
a booty wheel. Yeah.
If you guys
Okay.
are ready.
Oh,
Okay.
I tried to. My
So,
internet's not so good.
so here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna do a blind ranking of booties. Okay? So you're gonna get 3 booties. And you're gonna rank them on a scale of 1 to 3, 1 being the best, 3 being the worst. You won't know what booty is coming next.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a notebook just for this right now, so.
Good. You're gonna need
Here's
it.
Yeah, we have the
Mystery
mystery solving
solving
notebook.
Excellent. So
Are we?
this,
Let me just ask. Are we supposed to be watching your stream to
No,
see
no,
the-
you don't have to. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, our
because
internet.
like if you're watching the stream, you're gonna end up getting ads. So like they're like, don't even bother.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Okay. I'm going to spin the wheel. Remember, you can't know what's coming next. You have to place it. There are no
Mhm.
other options.
Just say 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
And is 1 the best then?
1 is the best. Hold on. This website is having a stroke tonight. Okay. Lamont Warwick from Legend of the Crystal Skull. How good is that booty?
Knee-jerk reaction 2.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah?
Yeah. Certainly,
I-
certainly not the worst. There could be someone better.
Pretty good booty.
Yeah. I
Well, you know
would
what,
also
maybe-
go with it.
Maybe 3, because he strikes me as a guy who would skip leg day. I just have to throw that out there. I mean, like, just how much time does he have to be hitting the gym?
But
when
did
he's-
he skip booty day?
Well,
Booty day.
Yeah, he's gotta
Leg
work
day
the
is my
booty.
booty day.
We have
It's like
specific
Kaylee.
booty days.
Well,
I'm-
booty day could
I'm-
be different.
I'm also going with it too. I think he does enough lifting at the curio shop. He's there's some development.
Amazing. Okay. Okay. Moving on. Oh my goodness, this website is having the worst time tonight, but we will get through this. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, no worries.
Ruben Jetpack says you have to imagine the butt. Sorry. All right, so Gray from The Deadly Device.
1.
Oh my god.
That's an easy. Nah, he's the great. I spent so long staring at his ass when I had to like rotoscope cut him out for the one thumbnail. Absolutely, Gray.
I don't think I've seen this character.
No, Kaylee actually hasn't played this game. All you need to know is that at one point in the game, he collapses. He looks like George R.R. Martin, so you can take that just for your litmus there. And at one part in the game, he collapses, and you just see him laying on the ground in the Family Guy death pose.
That's a good comparison.
Oh my god, you're gonna have to show me a picture later.
I will.
So you're gonna have to guess then, Kaylee.
I trust Jamie's opinion.
Yeah, there's a right answer to this question.
I trust Jamie's
I'm
opinion.
gonna go with
if he actually does look like George R.R. Martin.
Julian picks 3, holding out for a Mel Corbelis as the 3rd pick.
Oh, well, too
No,
bad.
I'm holding out.
Because our 3rd pick is Fongo from Phantom of Venice.
Oh,
Fongo? You only see his ass from like a million miles
did
away.
not expect that.
Through binoculars.
Through binoculars. I would have given him a 3rd if I still had it available. I'm sorry, Lamont.
Oh, well.
So I guess I'm going with 2.
You have to now.
Well, I'm subjected to give him a 1 now. So
If that's
go get
the
to
remaining
1.
for 3, I'll give him a 3 then.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen him either, but if all you see of his ass is from like a binocular standpoint, you don't even mark him. Like I'm gonna need you to be a little bit more open at the club.
Fongo is such a weird character, Kay. You never say like a single word to him. You only ever spy on him.
That's what makes it
Game
so
18
great.
is weird. Yeah,
Know,
Game 18.
The
The
stalkeriest
voyeuristic
one.
aspect.
not to quote Hedley Lamar or anything, but
That's great there.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'll keep my
No,
mouth
like
shut.
seriously, on this entire list, and this list is pretty terrible, like let's be real. But that is the stalkeriest one on the entire list because we only ever look at him through binoculars. Oh.
So basically, it's okay because Nancy did it first.
There you
That's
go.
true.
There you go.
It's not us who's the creep, it's her.
That's right. That's right. All right. Back to some questions. Let's...
That was fun.
Oh, we can play again.
Oh, I hope so.
And I have other games as well. Okay. Carter Plays is here. He says we're at the new church building working tonight, but please tell Vote for Holt that I love them. They literally got me through school during the
Aw.
pandemic.
That's great,
Aw.
Carter. I've seen some of your shorts. I
Aw,
love
thank
them.
you so much.
Aw.
Julian cuts out halfway through.
Thanks.
Oh, Lou, thanks for
No,
your
it-
subscription. It's laggy for you guys. I have no idea how to help you for that. Sorry. Oh, all right. Next question is gonna be, if you were famous, what would your Punchy LaRue stage name be?
Okay, Kaylee has this one ready, is the thing.
Are we
Oh,
going
that's a-
like far back into the archives for this one?
I'll go ahead and just preface for Kaylee, because she also hasn't played Game 18. Punchy LaRue is Nancy's stage name, when she dresses up in a full leather catsuit and dances at a nightclub for tips.
So we are going far
Yes.
back into the back when we were like, God, I don't know, 16. We came up with this question, like with just among us and our friends. We named ourselves after ice cream flavors, and I think mine was.
What was the impetus though? Why were you naming yourselves after ice cream flavors? You have to answer that too.
Well, no, it was because my friend found one called Caramel Sutra. And it was like, what would your like
I love
stage
Caramel
name?
Sutra.
If you don't say it, I will.
You could say it.
This was Kaylee and her friends. These were their hypothetical stripper names. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And they all chose ice cream names. And Kaylee's is so fitting.
Tell
say
us.
it.
Go on.
You can
Lemon Poppy, if I recall.
Lemon Poppy Pound Cake.
Pound cake. I didn't.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That was
That's so
16.
good.
that actually is perfect with Punchy LaRue. Actually, that's great.
That is so good.
Oh my god.
Man, y'all need to keep up. That's a good name. Nothing can top that.
I don't think I can. No, I'm scanning.
What's your
right
stripper
now.
name, Jamie?
I'm working on it. Okay.
I am.
This is
too.
my brand
Hold
we're
on. I
talking
have it in
about.
30 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
I can't get over Kaylee's.
Sunny Goon.
That's a good one.
That's actually not bad.
That's not bad at all.
And I'm up. That's me. That's my Nancy Drew Punchy LaRue.
I love it. That's super good.
Okay.
Julian, do you have one?
I'm still thinking, and I promise I'll have one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to think of a slutty detective name.
Carson Drew.
Oh my.
I'm trying to do something with Tino Balducci, but
Oh.
Tino Badissi.
Oh my! How are you so good at this?
She just
I think about
had
it a
that
lot.
ready.
I can be Tino Badissi.
Pretty good.
You're rocking with it.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Coffee's just this morning.
That is always a fun question. All right.
Oh, so that's
That is a good.
do you
Sounds
guys
like a great
have
one.
Nancy Drew hot takes?
oh.
Mm.
The reaction. I'm scared now.
Sitting out of that one.
Unless you guys have one ready, I'll save mine because I'm sure it'll spur a discussion.
No, I want to hear yours, Jamie.
Let's
All right.
go.
Well, I mean, I've expressed this take on the channel before, but the long and short of it is that apart from controversies attached to the game, I genuinely believe that Ransom of the Seven Ships is probably the most replayable Nancy Drew game because it has the most challenging puzzles.
Oh, I love
That
the
is a hot
puzzles.
take.
Yeah, I really, it's something that I've always held, and I wish if we were to have done the ranking series again, this would actually have been a bonus category I would have put onto it, is replayability. I think that
Oh,
Ransom
yeah.
of the Seven Ships scores super, super high on replayability because it's totally entwined with puzzles.
Yeah.
It has easily, you could say, top 3 most challenging puzzles in the series, and it even has a final puzzle that is spoiler-proof, where it literally changes every time you look at it, so you cannot find an effective guide on the internet to
Yeah, that's
unlock
just
it.
hard.
You have to solve it yourself. That's genius
Yeah.
puzzle design. That's puzzle design worthy of the 20th game in the Nancy Drew series. And if you tell me that they decided that they were going to have a game with one suspect, and again, Kayla, you haven't played this game because like a lot of people don't like it, but I really want to play it on the channel. It's a game with one suspect, but you can tell that with the money that they saved in hiring 3 other voice actors, they went overtime on puzzles. I
Yeah.
really appreciate the puzzles in that game.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's a
oh
shame that you
my
can't buy it for
goodness.
reasons.
Those puzzles are so good. You know what I love is I love underwater Sudoku. I love Sudoku in general, but like let's add stress. It's so great. I love that puzzle. And then the
You
one
mentioned
that's like a jigsaw puzzle that becomes a slider puzzle. Oh,
Yeah, they were cooking with that one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever solved the underwater Sudoku legit. Like,
Me
we
neither.
just keep pausing.
We're liars. We totally only ever cheesed that puzzle.
Oh, you like click out.
Yeah, someday when we do that as a playthrough on the channel, well, Julian, my oath to you, we're gonna do that legitimately.
Have you never done a Seven Ships playthrough?
No, not on the channel. No,
Really?
Yeah,
I
for-
could have sworn I made a thumbnail for that.
no,
Mm-mm.
don't think you did. It's for a multitude of reasons that I don't know if we want to get into tonight, but I would be so down to play that in the future because I do look fondly on Seven Ships. I always really enjoyed the Nancy Drew games that had a vacation destination as the setting. Like
Yeah.
that's the same reason why I love Capo Cave, even though it
Yeah.
has a million problems.
Yeah, did you know that Scott Carty is very fond of Kapu Cave? Like,
Really?
he loves that game. I don't think he's
Not
played them
me.
all.
Well, though, I mean, like, I'm glad that someone can just like wholeheartedly love it.
Yeah.
I honestly really like what's in the game, minus the Frass puzzle. But my biggest complaint for Capu Cave is just that it needs more content. Because
Yeah.
I think that instead of feeling like half of a Nancy game and half of a Hardy Boys game, it feels like 40% of a Nancy game, 40% of a Hardy Boys game, and then 20% cut content.
That is a hot take as well. Yeah,
My
now
hot
you've
take
got
would
two
be
hot
one. That is, both were good, Jameson. And I know you'll agree with my next one too, Jamie. It, frequently discussed on Vote for Holt, I believe that Scott Varnell is the best villain in the series.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
that-
us why.
we can work with
I
that.
think he has the most human story and like realistic outbursts toward his situation. It's very parallel to maybe something like Walter White that you would see out of Breaking Bad. There's just this genius that can't get a break in life, and then he reaches his breaking points. And I thought that it all seemed very realistic and in character for Scott. And then, I mean, the one thing that wasn't cool, that was kind of out of line, was knocking out Nancy at the end. Kind of trying to kill her. But like he does have really great character writing to him, and I've always really appreciated him. And it's what holds Trail of the Twister up from being a significantly worse game to me.
Yeah.
I just have to say it all the time to drag him, but Hugh Miller called Trail of the Twister his least favorite game.
I know. Listen.
Are you a Trail of the Twister fan? Let me ask you.
I love it. And that is, so Hugh and I disagree about a lot of things. Like, he is one of my favorite people.
Don't we all?
I love him. I truly love him, okay? I, like, just was texting him earlier. Hey, bestie. But, like, I cannot deal with him and his Trail of the Twister hate. I actually love that game. I think the puzzles are great.
Yes.
Obviously, the bad guy is amazing. Like, it's so fun. The music slaps. Like, it's a great game. So I can't with Hugh and his Trail of Twister hate. Sorry, Hugh, if you're listening.
I sometimes suspect the people who don't like Trail of the Twister are people who live in flyover states, and they're just like, okay, I see this every time when I go outside. It's nothing special to me. Because I kind of feel that way about Game 25, because River Heights feels very similar to the town that we all grew up in.
Yes, I feel that too. River Heights is very, like, I grew up in a really small town, and it feels like that. There was one antique store, and there was one pancake place. Like, that's how it is for people who grew up in small towns. I forget about Ash a lot.
Yeah, that's a very forgettable game.
I actually have to say that might be my third favorite.
Third favorite this game.
Wow. Well, there's your own hot take.
Yeah.
That could be my hot take. Yeah, I will say that I would probably call that my third favorite game that I've played. It does remind me a lot of our town, but I just had so much fun, like, driving around to the different locations and stuff.
You think that's the thing? There's an Alibi and Ashes. The driving is just clicking on locations.
Well, I mean, like, seeing all of the
Just
different
zipping
spots
around.
in the town, zipping around. I really, really loved the antique store and how you had to, like, get the right character to talk to the right person.
Yeah, that was fun.
That is
And, like, dealing with Deidre in general was just so silly.
It's because Kaylee and Deirdre are the same person.
So what I'm getting is, you love Ladana, you love Deirdre, you just like the sassy bitches.
I will have to say that is, I agree with that wholeheartedly. If you give me a sassy Nancy Drew character, I'm immediately in their corner.
I am slowly building a compilation of every savage thing that Kaylee has said in the Seven Keys playthrough. Because she just has some of the most out-of-pocket moments just constantly.
Oh, that's great.
Anytime Kaylee meets a character, smash.
Yeah.
I do say that a lot, don't I?
Oh my word. I've only watched the first one of your key playthroughs, so I'm looking forward to watching the rest.
I would definitely say it gets better.
We move at a snail's pace. You'd think that three
I
detectives
noticed.
might speed things up, but...
Oh my goodness, the amount of time you guys took to find the pen.
Oh, that was embarrassing.
I'm sorry to call you guys out like that, but man.
Why was the pen its own hitbox? And that, I mean, we haven't beaten it. Maybe later on you find something very important written in magenta. Oh, actually, not a thing. Maybe we did find something written in magenta on the Dagos files. But still, it's... So you're saying?
Why didn't you just cut it out?
I did cut most of that out. It's just we were talking
turning.
things. It's about the journey, not the destination.
Oh my god. The destination took like an hour.
Listen, I'm editing other videos too.
I'm so sorry, Chad.
It's okay. All right, next question. Do you guys watch any Nancy Drew streamers? And if you do, who was the first one you watched, or who do you like? Whatever you want to answer.
Okay. So,
Well, the thing with me is that since I play through all of the games blind with Jamie, I've been completely banned from looking at Nancy Drew content. And that's stream and whatnot, unless it's something that I've seen before.
Yeah.
So
smart.
I unfortunately, I wish I have, but I haven't.
That's Kaylee's excuse because, I mean, Julian and I definitely did when we were younger. I mean, before streaming was a thing. He and I both were on the Argo Fump wagon.
Oh, yeah.
hardcore. and
Nice guy.
I will totally own up to it. I was a bad kid. I was the sort of kid who couldn't wait to open his Christmas presents. I think I spoiled every single Nancy Drew game for myself on Argofilm's channel.
Oh
I
my
didn't play a
gosh.
single game blind my whole childhood, which is why the new releases are very fun for me.
Yeah.
I'm in a similar situation. I also grew up with Michael Gray, good old Argofilm. But then a little bit after that, I really got into a channel called Yours Gibbs.
I was gonna say Gibbs, damn it.
Yeah, he had such a soothing, relaxing voice, and he was just so good and funny. He played all the games blind, and I really loved him. And then nowadays, I would still say like revisiting Yours Gibbs, but also Gab Smolders is up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gab just is really shining a light on this little corner of gaming of us playing like mystery games and point and click games. She's a treasure. She's fun. I remember
She's phenomenal.
Watching Gab Smolders play Secret of the Scarlet Hand was like the only thing that kept me alive on my first ever plane flight.
Oh my god,
Aw.
really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cute.
I have to say, I think her really shining a light on the games, like when Key came out, I noticed that a whole bunch of YouTubers who I haven't watched in a while were uploading playthroughs of it.
Really?
And I had to go and like click not interested because I didn't want the spoilers, but it made me so happy to see a whole bunch of other like smaller but also bigger channels getting into the Nancy Drew games, and I think she definitely has a lot of the
Yeah, she definitely has helped out in a way like that. Yeah. I think I just want to say as part of my piece that Your Gibbs is a great channel. The guy is just the most mellow Canadian ever. He talks, and I'm assuming he's Canadian. I've never actually had that confirmed for me, but he just has a demeanor that myself as like an 11-year-old watching him just assigned, this man must be Canadian. He's so friendly. And
he played all the games blind too.
Every
and
game
he was
blind.
good at them.
Yeah, he still uploads to this day. He's always playing something. Occasionally, I'll literally drop into his most recent video and recommend a game to him. I know I recommended Payne's Creek Killings to him, which was a mystery game I really enjoyed. And yeah, he's just the kind of guy who, like, if something scares him, he might say, "Oh shit," and he's like, "I'm sorry, guys, I didn't mean to swear." Gibbs is a treasure.
That's great.
If Gibbs is out there, I hope you're having a great day, sir.
Oh, that's nice. All right, what's our next question? All right, you have to get rid of one Nancy Drew game, wipe it off the face of the planet. Which one's it gonna be?
Danger by Design.
Scarlet Hand.
Damn, you guys.
Also danger by design.
All right, moving on.
What is that?
Well, okay. Wait, this is an interesting discussion though, because I should at least say to Kaylee, Danger by Design is the game that takes place in Paris, France. It had some of the weirdest marketing where it didn't have like cool pictures. Like the Buddha for it is just like this weird red design logo that says Danger by Design. It's like a bunch of silhouettes of people wearing fashion clothing. It's a weird mystery. It can't decide if it's a historical or contemporary mystery. And the main theme of the game, besides being in Paris, France, is fashion. So you can imagine that Julian and I were not the target demographic of that.
You were not.
I'm just gonna that's an L for you.
Yeah, we've received a lot of hate over our Danger by Design reviews because we really panned that game.
But that's okay because truly, it is like there's a game for everybody. You know, like there are mid lovers, there are med lovers. You know,
med lovers is even more surprising.
No, there's at least one person I can think of who is in my Nancy Drew group who like it's their favorite game. So like
that's awesome.
Yeah,
and that is one of my favorite things about the community is every game is someone's favorite and someone's least favorite.
Yeah.
That type of diversity is so rare in a gaming series, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah. Iris and Terra Games says, arguably there wasn't enough fashion, and I happen to agree with her because I work in fashion, so I would have appreciated more fashion.
You and my mother. Yeah.
What does she do?
For many years, she was a personal, I'm trying to remember the name, personal stylist at Anthropology.
Awesome.
And lately, she has kind of changed the medium, and now she does custom chair upholstery. So she's kind of like a personal stylist for chairs and people's furniture.
Sounds rad.
like an interior designer.
She's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, she sounds
Sitting
She
Pretty
is.
Fab is her business. If you wanted to, if you wanted to look into that.
Guys, this video was sponsored by
Sitting Pretty Fab. Yeah.
That's great. Oh my goodness. No, I work in bridal fashion, so that's a bit different, but that sounds awesome.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
nice.
That the light just went on in Kaylee's head. She
I
voiced
love
that.
weddings. I
Oh.
love weddings.
Oh,
Oh my God,
I could
no.
talk to you about weddings all day long. Oh my goodness. I'm a bridal
Please, oh my God.
stylist, so.
Oh my God, I grew up watching Say Yes to the Dress and 4 weddings instead of like cartoons. It is like it is like a special interest of mine, basically. God, like I just love them so much.
Oh, that's
guys
so
are speaking
great.
a
You would
different
love my
language.
job. I literally am the Say Yes to the Say Yes to the Dress is my life.
Oh my God, we have to move on, or I'll start thinking about it. I'll start thinking about a career change.
There is a wedding Nancy Drew game that you haven't played.
What?
Game 19. It's in Ireland.
It's not what you
What?
think it is.
It's not what you think it is. It's a wedding is.
What?
Maybe that'll be your next game, Kaylee.
Maybe she needs to play that, but I think we need to warn her that that is the most wild game in the entire
Yeah.
Nancy Drew series.
Which game is that?
Game 19, The Hauntings of Castle Malloy.
I thought we started that one.
Maybe a long time. No, you might be thinking of the German castle one.
Oh, you're
Captive
right.
Curse.
I am.
I
Oh,
love
and
Captive
We
Curse.
beat
Curse.
that one, didn't we?
Yeah,
That would have been ages ago, though.
Captive Curse is another one of my hot takes. I love Captive Curse. That game
Oh,
is
I
phenomenal.
know. Y'all went on about it.
I think it's probably one of the most sincerely enjoyable games if you can look past the bad German accents.
Yeah. I
That's fair.
love Marcus Bone so much. Best phone character ever.
Really, yeah.
Yeah. Like some people are like, "Oh, but what about Hilda Swenson? What about
No.
Professor Hotchkiss?" And I'm like, Marcus. Absolutely
we made-
Marcus.
We made a top 10 phone contacts, actually. Jamie,
We
who
did.
was number 1? I remember
Oh, God.
Casey Porterfield was number 2.
I love
Casey
Casey
was
Porterfield.
really up there.
Me too.
I honestly can't remember who number 1 would have been. My guess is that it was probably going to be Hotchkiss if it was way up there.
I don't know if she was number 1. I would remember that. I just can't remember who was number. This is embarrassing. We made
Julie-
it like 3 years ago.
Julian and I have made some top 10s that we completely forget exist. Like one time Julian said to me, okay, what if for our next one, we do top 10 secret passageways? And then I sent him a link to vote for Holt top 10 secret passageways. Like, I have no memory of this.
That's
No,
so
what am-
funny. Oh my word.
My favorite one is top 10 rooms Nancy stays in. That one was actually a good one. Blackmore Manor got
Did
number
we-
1.
Did we
Oh.
do that for April Fool's Day?
No, I think
I
that
don't
was
think
legit.
so. It was like a legit list.
Maybe.
I remember somebody you guys in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was maybe Gooba and Jetpack, but for April Fool's last year, they did like a compilation of Nancy chewing.
Oh my
And I thought
god.
that
God,
was
Kaylee
pretty-
would hate that.
I thought that
Kaylee has
was pretty
misophonia. Like textbook misophonia.
Oh my God.
Okay, Southern Sleuth is
Well-
here in chat. She says, "Hi, time to drive home, so I'm gonna lurk, but make sure they saw the Lilo trailer." Did you guys see the Mystery of the Seven Keys trailer remake starring a dog? Did you see that?
No,
No.
Okay, well, you're gonna need to see it. I will send
we're
you the
gonna need
link.
to see it right now.
I will look into that. I do just want to say while we were briefly on the topic, I had a plan to make an April Fool's Day video on the channel this year, a final scene alternate ending, where I just start the final scene, and then as soon as the opening cutscene ends, I just stand still for 36 hours and then play the cutscene of the wrecking ball hitting the building. But YouTube won't allow videos on that are like 3 days long, so
Oh
I had
my
to
gosh.
shelve that idea, unfortunately.
That's
Maybe I'll put
so
it on
funny.
BitChute or something.
Maybe you could
J-
do like 36 minutes and just say each minute is 1 hour.
Yeah, it's a
That
it's a
would be
guide.
good.
There you go. Okay, so
I-
we had an FMK redeemed, so I'm gonna pull that up for you guys. Julia, what were you saying?
Ooh.
I was just gonna say I needed to find out who our number 1 phone contact is. Jamie, do you have any guesses? Because this one makes sense.
Ooh.
Is it Ned?
No. It is actually Revenant / the Scientist.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah, because that's what drove the entire plot forward. It was a really like gripping series of
Are
phone
you-
calls.
Are you sure you're not just looking at the honorable mentions ahead of second place? Because
Mm-mm.
that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like me. Whatever, I could see that. Silent Spy is another interesting game.
I think
that
it adds up.
I'm not the
I mean,
biggest
it's a
fan
great game, but like.
Mhm. Mm.
I just realized that FMK is also my cousin's initials. And not-
You have to.
That's great.
Yeah, you can get them at Walmart. Yeah, go to Walmart. You can get them. Sugar cubes.
Is the FMK randomly selected or just the?
No,
Okay.
it's randomly selected. I'm sorry. Okay, so basically, this one is not blind. So when I give you one, you're able to like wait for the rest of them before you make your decisions.
We're taking notes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I have 3 wheels, but my thing is being mean to me. So we're just going to use the wheel with everybody
Gotcha.
because that's the best wheel. Like, let's be real. It's got everybody on it.
Mhm.
All right. So, rules of this game, it is actually Fight, Marry, Kiss. I actually cleaned it up a little bit for the tube.
That's
So, yeah. Here we go.
Or the two.
All right.
Yeah, I instructed the gang to tone down some of the harsher profanities. I assumed that this was a more family-friendly channel than our own content, which
when
is.
did you do that?
Did I not do that?
You didn't do that.
Okay, never mind. We've just been really lucky so far that no one's been dropping harsh profanity.
Y'all are fine. Oh my goodness. All right. So your first choice is Yanni Volkstaya.
Ooh.
And then once it allows me, I will spin the wheel again. Make sure you're taking your notes. It's easy to forget who's coming next.
Mhm.
Game 16.
Oh my
He is an
goodness.
Olympic skier from fictional Ukraine.
Mary.
From what is it? What is his actual country called?
Fredonia, but in the
Fredonia.
endgame letter, they show the flag for Fredonia, and it's literally the Ukrainian flag with a snowflake on it.
Right. That's right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Our next choice is gonna be any day now. Dylan Carter.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, this is a good list.
That's the
Good
Indiana
one.
Jones British
Yeah.
tour. Yeah, you know who he is.
I know him.
That's one of our good ones.
We get
Mm.
three
And
guys.
just to be clear, this is a fight, marry, kill.
Fight, Mary, Kiss.
Fight, Mary, Kiss.
Huh? Didn't hear
Okay.
that?
Fight, Mary, Kiss.
Okay,
There's
I
no
missed the last
killing
one.
on this channel. I'm kidding, actually. Lots of people on this list are murderers. All right, and our last selection is Lewis Chandler. We got 3 guys.
Wow. Still, I think I have my answers.
Go for it.
You know him, right? Game 3.
So-
we played that on stream. Antiques.
Okay, so the first one that was like concrete to me, I'm going to kiss Dylan. He's a handsome chap. Come here, Dylan. I'm going to marry Louis Chandelier because he's got to come from money. He's
Oh,
an
yeah.
antique dealer. He is loaded. I'm going to be a bread husband. I'm going for it. Which leaves me to fight Yanni Volkstoya. And that is just an easy decision for me, too. I just want to kind of beat him up sometimes.
I mean, yes, he's one of our main booty wheel guys, but like he's a jerk, so.
Yeah. For real.
hmm
Do you have a picture of him, Jamie?
I'm
Or-
Kaylee wanted to see a picture of Yanni Volkstaya, so I immediately grabbed my Game Boy Advance sitting next to me and fired up a cartridge of Message in a Haunted Mansion for the Game Boy Advanced. So I'm now trying to see if I can't get it to read real quick so that I can show her a horribly pixeled down photo of him.
Right,
do you
well-
not
while
have
you're
a
doing-
phone?
While you're doing that,
I mean, this
I'm
was
gonna
closer than my phone.
Look that up.
I thought she asked for Yanni. Not Lewis. Or, I mean, if she needs
Oh,
to.
no, I did ask for Lewis. You just said the wrong thing, Jamie.
It doesn't want to read.
Well, right off the bat, I know that my personal answer is marry Dylan Carter because I am an Indiana Jones fan to my core, and that's the closest thing that I'm going to get.
Mhm.
I think then I would have to say kiss the fictional Ukrainian because I think we'd get along.
She hasn't played Game 16.
I haven't played it, but I am Ukrainian, so I figure we've got some common ground there.
There you go.
And then I'm going to have to fight Lewis Chandler. Did you say he was older?
Yeah.
Or okay, yeah, I can take on an old guy. I think I could do that.
He's not that old.
How old?
That's even,
He's probably
that's
like-
even
he's
more
probably
recent.
40, I think.
like
Oh.
45
He's
or 50.
Bit of a
maybe?
silver fox.
Yeah.
Oh,
You-
maybe not then. I was under the impression that.
I mean,
even
he's
more
older
reason
than
to
us.
True.
I'll assume maybe the beginnings of arthritis have set in. So I'll still say, that's my option.
She says in
I-
a world where this guy is disabled.
No, that's not what I
Okay, now the next question is: would you rather be in the woods with a bear or Lewis Chandler?
Who are you marrying, Jamie?
I am going to marry Yanni Vokstaya so that he can come with me to beat up Dylan Carter. And then afterwards, I think I'm just going to, like, kiss Lewis because I have to, just out of obligation. But absolutely, I wanted to fight Yanni originally just to see his fighting prowess. He's a very driven character. But if I have the opportunity to also beat up Dylan at the same time, it only makes sense to just hold the ceremony first and then just throw hands with Dylan. I'm
What are
good for
your
a gang
qualms
fight,
against
2v1.
Dylan?
Dylan is a bit of a snake. I think that he's not the most trustworthy guy.
No,
Oh,
listen.
come on.
When Dylan says, "Come with me to travel the world," I say, "When do we leave?"
That's so valid.
For the chat, I am a happily married woman. I did not say that. Thank you.
Someone
Anyway.
got a screen recording?
Greetings, journalists and federal agents.
All right. Who would win in a fight, Ned or Deirdre?
Deidre.
Deidre.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to say.
Yeah, that one might actually be quicker than which game do you delete?
Yeah. Yeah. Ned's just a softie. I don't care if he's a football player. Deidre's just got that dog in her, and she would scratch his eyes out.
Oh, she's scrappy.
Deidre would
Yeah.
kill him with car keys.
Yeah.
Deidre would probably be the X to key a car.
Yeah.
Honestly, now
That's
I'm
what
thinking
that's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah. But Ned just lets everyone. I don't know. Maybe I haven't played enough games yet, but Ned has been like my primary opposition ever since I started playing
Yeah.
the Nancy Drew games for no valid reason.
Well,
But he lets everyone walk all over him.
yeah, we need a Ned game where we just have like a Ned confidence man arc where we just get him to like become a man and become a better host of Diamond City Radio. That's really just how I feel about that because Ned does let everyone walk all over him.
That could have been the Iceland one if those phone calls went a lot better, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
little guy.
I don't know. Buddy?
He's
I miss my
back.
cat.
Hi. What was his name?
This is Salem.
Oh my
Salem.
gosh.
Salem.
That's such a good name.
I know. I'm a big
Oh,
fan of the
got
Sabrina the
that
Teenage Witch show from the 90s. So
Oh.
like when a black cat ended up in my lap, I said, "It's gonna be Salem."
He's a cutie.
Thank you. I agree. He's huge. He's literally like as big as me. I call him my little panther. All right. What's our
Aw.
next? What's our next question? I've been like skipping over some questions because like
Wow, those are probably from our chat. Sorry.
no. There's so many and like they're all good, but I'm trying to hit like the really like the ones that I feel like I'll get like fun chat with you guys on just because like I know we want to stick to 2 hours.
We got
And
another hour.
there's
We
so
can...
many people talking here that like we're gonna need to do less. So
Right.
That's understandable.
all right. What has been your favorite moment on your channel? Like something that you think of and you're just like, wow, that was the best.
Okay, for me, it is, and we have to bring this back, Jameson, all of our Kahoot nights.
Yeah.
The Kahoot nights were so much fun. So for those that don't know, it was a milestone we did for 100, 500, 1,000, and maybe we stopped around 2,000. We would have community Kahoot nights where the community would create Nancy Drew trivia, and then we would dish out prizes to the top 3, and we were all in a call while it happened. It was just so much fun.
Nancy Drew Kahoot nights were peak. It was amazing.
That sounds fun.
Those are pretty crazy.
But since Julian said that, I think I probably would have to just pick as a runner-up something that comes to mind that a thing that was so awesome that I still haven't comprehended it was when Arbofump came in to host the Nancy Drew ranking the endings with us. That was, I mean, 5-year-old Jamie still just doesn't even understand that happened because I made a point of not telling him at any point that I had been watching his YouTube channel at 5 years old because I thought that might have been a little too much for him to hear. But we were nervous for that one. Like he was great to have on. He was one of the boys. Arglefump was like royalty. We were not at all sure if like, oh my gosh, what if our Nancy Drew knowledge just pales in comparison to him? Things like that.
Yeah.
It was a good time. He was very conversational. And,
Yeah, he's a nice
Michael, I
guy.
love working with you. Please stop.
I remember
exposing
Fangirl.
Key out.
Yeah, it's true. I remember fangirling when he reached out to me. I had DM'd him on Twitter, and he was immediately so agreeable to the idea, and that just meant a lot to me.
Yeah, he just like goes along with everything. He's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that our ranking series was not the most scientific process, but it was a lot of fun, and we really appreciate all the hosts who came on, Sylvia, Hugh, and Argo Fump.
Aw,
Mhm.
that's so fun. I love that.
Now tell us why it's the marzipan cake.
Yeah. Oh, that I was gonna say that like my favorite. It kind of made me think about my favorite thing about the channel, which technically doesn't answer the question, but it comes up very often. Like Julian was saying with the cahoots, is that I love this community. I love like everyone in our Discord is always so sweet. There's like not like any. God willing, there's not any fighting going on. Everyone's always so nice to each other, and they always have such interesting discussions about all of the games. And it's just such a kind community that I've had so many fun memories with. Unfortunately, though, since you brought up the marzipan cake, I do have to put it in second place because, oh my god, back in like senior year of high school, you probably wouldn't have seen this video. It's like buried somewhere in the channel. Jamie and I, for our like, was it our face reveals?
I think it was a face reveal. Yeah, we baked the Shadow Ranch cake.
Yeah, we holed up in my kitchen and made a very, very bad from scratch version of the Shadow Ranch cake. And I remember we got the local European import store doesn't sell straight marzipan. You can get chocolate covered marzipan. So we spent like a good 15 minutes to a half hour just trying to like prettily scrape the chocolate off of the marzipan.
And
so
it worked.
It did work. It ended
came
up being
out good.
Yeah, it looked good. It did not taste.
It tasted pretty good. It was like a pound cake. It wasn't very sweet. It
was
wasn't like
dry.
birthday cake. I liked it.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
And I
give it
haven't
that.
made it again, so just believe me when I say I liked it.
That's so funny. I actually need to make it. So one of the things that I do is I have an Etsy shop. I'll actually show you. I have an Etsy shop, and I make a bunch of stuff based on like Nancy Drew games. And one of the things that I make is the Shadow Ranch recipe box, and I'll show you. It's fun.
Oh my god.
With recipes in it.
With recipes, of course.
That's
No
so
way.
cute.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
So like,
I love that.
and you
I
got,
could put
you
a
got
whole
your
magic deck in there.
recipes.
Jimmy, don't look. That's your 6.5 anniversary gift.
No.
Or 5.5.
Wait, where is it? That's the taco salad.
Julian, that could hold 2 commander decks.
Oh my god.
Here you go. So like,
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Yeah.
Such calligraphy.
So I hand wrote them all because I didn't want to use any of their like actual stuff. But so I started a series literally last summer that I was gonna cook every single recipe in the box. And I did the first recipe, which is the adobe bread, and then I never did it again. So I really need to get back to that, and I need to make the cake because I've never made it.
Adobe bread does not sound super tasty, I will say. You could have started with a stronger one.
It's good.
Really?
What goes
was
into it?
good. I'll let you know. Hold on.
You gotta buy the box to find that out, Katie.
No, actually,
I'm thinking about buying the box.
I think I put the recipe in the description of the video. All right, it is. You want to know the ingredients?
Well, is it like a sweet bread? Is it like a dessert thing?
No, it's not a sweet bread. It's just
Lightning?
it's a bread. It is whole wheat flour, sugar, shortening, salt, yeast, water, and bread flour. Like it is just bread.
a nice hearty homemade bread.
It is
Yeah.
a nice
From
hearty
scratch
homemade
recipe.
bread. It
Okay.
smelled good. It tasted phenomenal. I was buttering that, and like even my son ate it. I have a 2.5-year-old. Well, he was 1.5 years old when I made it, and he ate it, and we all loved
High
it.
praise.
I mess with that. That sounds really good.
I should just go ahead and say real quick that we are getting, looks like an electrical storm going on out the window. I keep seeing flashes of lightning.
Great.
Internet seems to be going strong, but God forbid we might pop out of the call for a little bit.
That's
If,
okay.
if lightning must have struck a transformer somewhere.
That's okay. If you disappear, we'll know what happened.
Yep.
All right. Did I get answers from all of you about the favorite moment? Yes. Okay. All right.
I think so, yeah.
If Nancy could time travel, what is one thing she would go back and change?
Ooh. Well, see, I mean, like, There's things that Nancy would go back and change, and then there's things I would tell Nancy to go back and change, and I don't know if she'd listen to me.
That's an important distinction.
Yeah, I have to think about what Nancy would do. WWND.
Well,
This is definitely, yeah.
Realistically, it would have.
It's
No,
probably
that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's gonna be the plot with Revenant, most realistically, with Nancy.
Yeah.
Preventing her mom's death, I'm sure.
Mhm.
But that's not a fun answer. Let's think of a fun answer.
going back in time and stopping her and Ned from getting together.
I was gonna say preventing Ned from being conceived.
Just unalive him.
Jeez.
He's like, oh, the weight off my shoulders.
Oh, it's terrible.
What is the most interesting question related? What is the highest monetary value thing Nancy ever discovers in these cases?
My first thought is the diamond in Treasure Royal Tower.
Do you think that'd be worth more or less than the Abraham Lincoln letter? Because I
More.
feel like you think because
Yeah.
that letter is the day he was assassinated.
I know, but like
What-
that's gonna belong to a museum, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I guess museums don't.
the
pay top
gem
dollar.
is like, I mean, also gonna belong to a museum, but like, I don't know. I feel like the gem is so big that it's probably closer to priceless than.
What about?
I don't know much about diamonds, so.
It's probably gonna be the diamond.
Oh,
Let's ask Fladena.
Crystal Skull. Wait, Julian brings up a good point.
Oh.
Oh.
Can you prove its authenticity though?
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, maybe
well,
Julian's
yes, it was proven.
Was it?
Well, no,
I
it was.
I
am
just
at all
played it.
wondering
It
here.
was. It was just proven that the skull was not made with modern day tools. That doesn't mean that it has magical powers. At a time, I was making like a really complicated Nancy Drew theory video about whether or not the crystal skull was real, and eventually I ran out of ammunition to make my case stick. So maybe I'll pick it up someday if I find new revelations.
There you go. Okay.
I'd like to see that.
Casey Nickerson in the chat says, "What about the Pakal carving of
Casey.
the scribe's ratings?" I still feel like a gem being already something that has a monetary value, and then adding the fact that it was owned by like Marie Antoinette. Like,
Mhm.
I think
Yeah,
that's
I
still-
never considered the Marie Antoinette part.
Yeah, I think that's still okay. Ginger Honey Lovebeat says Nefertari's tomb, arguably. That's a good point.
Can you
Yeah.
count that? Are we talking about things that? I know this kind of stems from the back in time question. Are we considering things that Nancy could have like switched to evil, gone back and taken for herself, or because you can't put a tomb in your?
We should limit it to things Nancy can put in her inventory.
Okay, so not the tomb.
That's kind of what I was going for. Is what can she just get rich off of going
Yeah,
back
wait.
in time with what she's encountered?
This question came from Julian. Why are we indulging this?
It's a good question.
It actually is kind of an interesting question. I've never thought of that before.
I choose Mitch Dillon's 9mm pistol.
Have you ever played the Nancy Drew Cards Against Humanity?
No.
No.
Who
Well,
makes
you're
that?
gonna need to. There is a card that is just Nancy with a gun, and it's one of my very favorite cards.
Is it an official like Cards Against Humanity pack?
It is not. It was made by
Oh, okay.
a fellow fan named Ray. You might know her as Pop Pennies and Bento Boxes online.
Oh, that sounds
Ooh,
familiar.
I think I've seen some of her memes. Maybe I'm thinking of
Yes,
somebody
she's
else.
phenomenal. Great person, and just so funny. Yeah, so definitely, it's on Etsy.
I will be picking that up.
Yeah, it's like you print it off, so like it's really affordable. You just have to like send it to Staples or something and have it printed.
Okay.
That way you don't like
Yeah,
waste
we're
all of
doing
your
that.
print ink.
Nice.
But I highly recommend it. It is always a good time. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. Would you like to say hello?
Tea delivery.
I think that's milk.
Oh, my husband likes your shirt.
Thanks, King.
How do you know he was talking to you?
I call it Alpha aesthetic.
Oh, Berlin aesthetic,
But
yeah.
nobody knows what that is, so I say woodshop teacher
Honestly,
aesthetic.
babe, these people are 21 and 23.
Yeah, they don't know.
I don't have my suspenders on. I'm not even trying. Where are they?
Don't.
Fine. If I stand up, you'll see that I'm just wearing athletic shorts.
All good. Okay, this question I think is more for Kaylee than anybody else. Mom jeans, classic or fashion don't?
Classic. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I have so many pairs of my mom's mom jeans from the 80s. Like, they're like what I wear every day. Absolute
I
classic.
can attest to that. She's a fan of
Can
high-waisted pants.
confirm.
Absolutely. Thank you
Same.
for the question. I'm very passionate about that.
I love that. Oh my goodness, what a great question. Thank you so much, Southern Sleuth, for that question. All right. If Nancy Drew had to dress up for Halloween, what do you think she would be?
What
Ooh.
scares Nancy the most?
I think she would just take her Punchy LaRue costume and
That's valid.
That's the easy one. This is
well, look, I think it's scary.
just from what I've described it to you as.
Yeah.
Nancy Halloween costume.
She could do the full bunny suit from Danger by Design.
Yeah, the Prudence Rutherford costume.
That would be hilarious.
I can definitely see that. But hold on, maybe there's more. Like, who's opening up the question to which character, which Nancy Drew suspect would be the best Halloween outfit, and then can Nancy go as them?
Yes.
Kaylee found the correct answer.
It's Fatima.
Wait.
Oh no. No. I already know what this is gonna be.
I hope it's what you think it's gonna be.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
gosh.
god, that's so good.
Yeah, that's the man. That's him right there.
That's it right there, officer.
That's incredible.
That's the man what stole my heart.
Oh no.
Yeah, so
Wow.
if you ever want to see any videos of me dancing badly as dressed as Fatima, that is
Awesome.
the kind of content that I make.
Oh my
Amazing.
god.
We've come to the right place.
So good.
Yeah, you guys had no idea what you were getting into.
I love that.
Yes, I was I made that for a video for a collab that I was asked to do to dress up as many characters from Nancy Drew as possible.
Wow.
And the video has not yet come out. I don't know if it's even still happening, but I just
Aw.
have this Fatima costume now.
I would love to see that. How long ago did you start it?
That was like January, I want to say. It wasn't by me, it was by somebody else. So I just I
okay.
made this for somebody else. So I have made
Gotcha.
some content with the costume.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it still comes out. I still
I
love
hope
to see that.
And now
I
you
hope
have a
so, too.
Fatima
That is-
costume though, so that is a plus.
It's a great video idea.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it when it
Don't
does
wear a
come
mask.
out. I only did a few. I did Fatima and I did Elka and I can't remember what else. I mean, I did Nancy Drew for her interactive once and I did Elka for them as well.
Oh, wow.
So I don't have too many like Nancy Drew costumes, but I was like, I need to do something silly. So there it is.
It's cute.
Okay, next question. Which one of you can make up a Nancy rap right now?
Those guys.
Oh my.
What? This isn't a nose goes thing. This is a matter of capability.
Jamie's the poet.
No, I'm not.
Jamie's a writer. Wait a minute. Didn't you?
You can put a damper on that while we're on the air.
Hold on. I distinctly remember on the side of your fridge downstairs.
Now, there might be some truth to claims in my past that I once turned in a social studies final where I wrote a rap battle between the Aztecs and the Incans, but that's neither here nor there.
No.
See that?
I think that makes you capable.
So if I were to make a Nancy Drew rap, it would not be here live on the air. It would take several committee meetings and probably lots and lots of corporate management to make that happen.
All right.
That would be a challenge.
But I think you could do it. I think you could absolutely do it.
I think
Jamie
you would be-
definitely.
this is like your next project.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. Hasn't Yatak Viju literally just
Yes.
done that?
Yeah, Yatak Viju did it, and Argofum did it before them. I have to ask Susie, do you know about Yatak Viju?
No, I do not.
I made a little video on them, and they sorely need a bigger American audience and Russian audience. One thing, they are an all-Russian Nancy Drew channel that is phenomenal. I mean, they're not strictly Nancy Drew. They cover games that they like, but a lot of it is Nancy Drew. The lady who runs it, Voksha, she turns her favorite Nancy Drew games into movies, and she plays Nancy as a character, and she green screens herself into them. They're all subtitled. She started off with Secrets Can Kill, and has slowly made her way up through classic games. She recently did a full movie of Secret of the Shadow Ranch. It is an hour and 10 minutes. It's literally like I'm watching a film. She's green screened into it, like harassing Shorty and collecting eggs and getting beat up by the chicken. It's beautiful. I'll send you a link to it because it's difficult to find the channel because you can just type in English Ya Tak Viju, but the algorithm wants you to search for it in Cyrillic. I cannot sing their praises enough. I low-key am just obsessed with that channel. And Kaylee and I are both learning Russian, so it's like a very fun way to incentivize us to get better at it. But bottom line, all of their stuff is English subtitles. I'll send you a link right now, honestly, because they're amazing.
That would be cool.
I have no qualms calling them the best Nancy Drew channel that has ever existed.
Wow.
Like I would probably put them above. Julian, you haven't seen their stuff. You have not seen enough. They're amazing. And the only downside is the language barrier.
Yeah. If you send that via our Discord chat, I'll put it in the chat so that everybody else
Please do. I would love that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I made a 3-minute video about them, and it hardly does it justice. I was just so excited when somebody sent me a link to them, and I remember their real name and their internet name, and I don't want to accidentally say their real name instead, so I just will let that person remain anonymous for the moment. So here's a link completely in Cyrillic, but I swear if you put that in the chat, you will find a channel with their videos on it. I was notified that they recently finished. It's their 4th most recent upload. It's from 6 months ago. The Secret of Shadow Ranch one. It's at 39,000 views. They said that when they get to 50,000, they're going to start working on the next one, but they may have already started. Please watch it. It has English subtitles, and even if you don't understand it well, I said as much in my video. Nancy Drew fans do not need to speak to communicate. We all share a hive mind. You will get the jokes. It's so good.
Yeah, that is true.
It is so good.
A family. We are as a community. We are a family. So yes, absolutely. I'm with you.
It's at a point where the lady who runs it, Voksha, she's so perfect as Nancy that sometimes I picture Nancy as Voksha since we never see Nancy in the games. She's so good at it.
Oh, I love that. Wow, that is very high praise. I can't wait to check them out. All right, what's our next question? These questions are so silly. Okay, you can make one Nancy Drew character a real person. Who and why?
Oh, Mel.
Okay, wait.
Yo?
So that went through my head too. But Kate was here, so let me think about that.
She's 17.
I was 17 once. I was 8 years old when I met Mel Corbelis, I'll have you know.
Oh my god.
Oh, so she's the queen.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Mel is also nice. No.
Give me a second to think about that.
Tex or Wade.
Oh, I would die
Wade,
for Wade
actually.
Thornton.
Actually, oh my god.
That would be good.
I think my answer is Nicholas Falcone because I would love running a podcast.
Nick
think-
is such
I think
a
he would be
great character.
He would be so right. I would literally have so much fun with him. We would be roommates. It would be just like Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I think that he and I would just really get along.
That is a really.
What's she reaching for
Show you
now?
guys-
Is it a
show you
habit
guys
pin?
what I was sent the other day.
Is that a cookie or?
No, that's
it's
a cross stitch.
It's an
Oh, okay.
embroidery. Or just show you guys that I love Nick Falcone so much.
Like the power.
What a
Like the
great,
power.
great character. Like people have asked before, like what character is like my husband most like, and I always say Nick Falcone. I love Nick.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so sweet.
I would just get along with him so well. He feels so genuine.
He is, yeah. He's so cool. He's just.
I also
like,
feel
"Man,
like
I love
he-
theaters.
I also really feel like he's the one character in the series who most I see myself in. Like, Nick and I. So I'll just leave it there. Were you saying, Julian?
I can confirm Nick Falcone and Jamie would be best friends. For me, then, I'm not going Mel. I'm going to go with Zoe from Silent Spy. I've always thought she was so cool. I would love to get to know her. I would love to work with her. I'm into super like sci-fi spy stuff like that. She's just sick. She is. I won't say it.
She would kill you and then put you in a body bag. She would get you a bag and drag.
Maybe I'm into that, Jameson.
God.
What? I was gonna ask
always
for
awesome.
the coffee, but I think I'll pass now.
It's cold black coffee here. You don't want it.
Oh my goodness. So my picker wheel website is still having a difficult time.
It's okay.
So
Who
what I'm
is
gonna
your
do
pick?
is because people are redeeming things and I am not like everything else is working except for this website. So I think it's the website. It keeps giving me an error code. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you guys, let's see, the first thing that was redeemed was a blind ranking. So what I'm gonna ask is for hey John, can you come here for a sec?
Might you have a Castle Malloy Brendan track coming from your monitor?
Yes. I need you to do me a favor. So my picker wheel website
Would
is
you lose it?
down. So I need you to come down
You
here.
knocked the
My
thing
bad.
out.
Come here. So my husband doesn't play video games really. Yes, and he has never really played with an ATG game, so he can be totally unbiased on this. So I want you to go to the.
There's a definite bias.
There is a
I want
bias.
you to go to these games here and just pick them at random. I'm gonna need 5, okay? But just wait until they answer to give me the next one. Sound good?
So I can't do anything.
For a blind ranking, okay.
Just,
Oh my gosh.
we're about to work up. Okay, so
The
blind
analog
ranking.
randomizer.
yeah, blind ranking is the same as the booty ranking, but it's gonna be out of 5, and you're gonna get a game, and you're not gonna be able to know what the game is gonna be next before you can put them on your list of 1 to 5. 1 being the best, 5 being the worst. John, what's our first game?
Okay,
I need like a pretty dress.
this is fun.
Okay, what do I do with it?
Show me.
That's 18.
Okay, it is Ransom of the 7 Ships.
Okay.
What do you say,
Is
Jamie?
it- Wait, are we saying what we're scoring right now?
Yes.
I have the highest I can give that is 3.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm giving it a 5.
Okay,
Out of 10?
that is also
Starting
fair.
with
Out of
that.
5.
Oh.
Okay, what about you?
I haven't played it yet.
Well, that's true. Kaylee hasn't played it. Give it
Okay.
a 1.
Give it a 1. Based on what you said, I could see it being a 3.
Okay.
I think the Sudoku puzzle might end my life.
It ends Nancy's life.
Timed
okay.
things I just can't do.
Kaylee, there's only one suspect in it, just so you know.
I find that really intriguing, though. I do want to play it. I
One
just think-
suspect who is 3 men.
What?
Never mind.
What?
It's
you will
weird.
understand. You will understand. You just need to play it. All right.
But
John,
first
give
we have
us
to play
another
game 2.
Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Ooh, that's a great pick.
I did do that one, didn't I?
Reluctantly, I'm
I'm-
giving that a 4 because
Really?
I have to keep places 1 and 2 available in case he pulls one of my favorites.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
I think it's fitting. Game number 3 is number 3. I've always really liked Message in a Haunted Mansion, and it has a very underrated soundtrack, in my opinion.
It does. That's
Yeah.
such a good
Oh, yeah.
soundtrack.
I think I'm comfortable putting it below Ransom, honestly, because everything I love about MHM, which is it is a great game, I can find the exact same things in Game 4, and I think that Game 4 does them better. It's more content, it's more place to explore, it's great.
Jamie, I trust that you'll know this. What's the title of the track that goes like?
That is either Parlor or I don't know him as well as I used to.
I know. I can't think of it either.
You know why
But
I don't know
it's
it? It's
so good.
because whenever I put the Nancy Drew music in my videos, I'm just using the downloaded Hugh Miller versions. It's like the full soundtrack in HG where every song feeds into the other, and it doesn't actually have the track titles.
God bless Hugh Miller. Okay, pull up
Thank you,
another
Hugh.
I'm watching a guy build a transmission.
Oh, that's a game
Oh.
25 right there.
one. Oh. We've changed tracks. Oh, this one's for Julian. It's the final scene.
Easy number 1.
5.
I might put that at 2. I think
Jamie, you just gave it 5?
Listen, it's a blind ranking. I'm just dealing with what I have here. There's a lot of games that I love a lot, and he hasn't pulled any of them yet.
I would put Final Scene at 2. I really did enjoy that one.
Given the opportunity, I would switch it with Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Well, we don't have that opportunity. What's our next game?
I'm very content with my list so far.
Midnight in Salem.
Well,
Fine.
Not
shit.
anymore. Not anymore.
See, I still
Okay.
have an open 5 spot because I didn't go jump into conclusions like
Yeah.
that.
Oh my
Alrighty.
god, he says I'm
He
content
did that
with
on
my
purpose.
list
He
and Johnson's bet.
I have the open 4 slot, so I am putting it at 4. Still salvaging my list.
2. And I'm not happy about it.
Okay. What does everybody have left?
One
One.
left.
I have number 2.
So 1, 1, and 2? Alright, what's
Yep.
our last game? White Wolf of Creek.
What
Okay.
a mid list. I'm comfortable giving that 1. White Wolf is a very
Thank you.
Interesting
You're a
game.
very good assistant.
White Wolf is an interesting game.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you.
it's a good game.
That's
It's in my
awesome.
top 10.
I actually, if I knew all 5 games ahead of time, I think I still would have made this list, which is kind of interesting.
Even
Wow.
with Midnight in Salem.
Wow.
I put it at number 4 and Ship at number 5, which I think is realistic for me.
Okay.
But yeah, I went Scene, Wolf, Message, Salem, Ship, which I don't know. That's a decent list.
Not bad. Not bad.
I'm glad that this worked out for somebody.
There's great
Sorry.
diversity though.
Sorry. Yeah, that was good. He was a good, lovely assistant.
Lovely.
All right.
Thank you
and
again,
we
Mr.
also
Susie.
had an FMK redeemed, which
Ooh.
I
Okay.
want to do something a little different. And since you guys have not finished the new game, you're not biased to any characters yet because you don't know who the
Oh
culprit is.
boy.
So,
True.
FMK with just key characters. I'm just going to choose 3 of them.
Kissing
And-
Radek.
What?
Kiss
Julian, no.
Radek.
I
Julian.
haven't picked Radek yet. I'm gonna
Give her a
give you
minute.
3 of the characters, and then you guys can fight over that. But obviously I have to give you guys Radek now. So Radek and Vladena and Leo, the priest.
Ooh.
Ow.
I have to fight Leo because I could never jeopardize his vows.
That's true. That's
Actually, wait, no,
facts.
I can kiss Leo. I'd kiss the homies. Yeah, I'll kiss Leo. I'm fighting Vladena and I marry Radek. That's
There
easy.
you go.
I am throwing hands with Vladena.
Mary Vladena, I think it would be a terrible time. That's why I'm doing it. I think it'd be like funny bad.
They would make a sitcom about you, and
Ex-
no one would watch it.
Yeah, we would. Yeah, it would be like a very bad. I hate my wife style Saturday night television show. Fight Radek because I feel like he could
Oh.
take it. I don't have anything against him, except how he made us do all of the work for that puppet show.
I would beat Vladena so hard. I would pull no punches just because of that horrible
Oh
soundtrack
my
in her shop.
god.
Well, Radek is mostly
Jeez.
falling into that spot for me because I don't want to fight Leo. So I'm gonna give Leo a little kiss on the forehead because he seems like such a sweet old man.
I
Leo,
know, right? He's
Leo,
the cutest
yeah.
little old man.
Yeah. So I mean, like I could end up eating those words, but I would feel so bad if he ended up just being a sweet old man the whole game, and I decked him like
And then he pops his domain expansion.
yeah, and then he kills me.
Oh my word! I can't wait for you guys to
I
finish the
went-
game.
Yeah, I know. Watch that. We're gonna have dramatically different answers when we finish.
Yeah.
I will kiss Radek. I think he's a sweetie. I think he has pure intentions. I'm going to marry Vladina once again with my same mindset. I think she's coming from money, and I'm trying to get some of that money.
She's got those gems, man.
Is it worth the psychological torment though? Because I picked her for the psychological torment. Like I'm getting the package that I understand. Like are you willing to wait up for all that?
I'll just make sure there's no prenup, and it'll be okay.
Okay.
No, and then it pains me that I'm fighting Leo, but I'll let him beat me. I'll try to make it realistic, but then I'll boost his ego and let him beat me.
Oh my god.
You don't think he could?
Ooh, that was
No,
so
that's
bad.
a fair point. I just assumed that. Maybe he will beat me.
That was fun. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next question. You're on a road trip. You have to choose who is going to be in
Mel
charge of the
Corliss.
aux, the map, and the snacks. And you have to choose from Abby from Message in a Haunted Mansion, Izzy from Waverly Academy, and Charlena
gee.
from Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon.
Okay.
Okay.
Izzy and
I-
Charlena in the same vehicle would be just so much conceitedness that the car would explode. It wouldn't even start.
We're not even getting to our destination.
I think
Probably not.
I have the answers for the who was the first option again?
It was Abby.
Okay.
Seance Girl from Game 3.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give her snacks because I want to know what Charlena is putting on the aux. So bad. I am just deathly curious. I want to know what music she's listening to when she's like doing anything, writing, thinking. I need to know. I need to know. And then I'm comfortable giving the map to Izzy after that, but I feel like we're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
I would
That's
do
the
the same.
problem.
I would pick the same because I want to give Charlena aux privileges because I feel like she and I would actually get along with music because I just listen to a lot of instrumental in the first place and she
Okay,
seems
on
boring
Johnny
like that too.
Cash.
Yeah, she would probably put on Johnny Cash. I would probably give Abby snack privileges just because I think Izzy would pack nothing but skinny pop and I would just resent that. And I also think that Abby would just do all right, or that yeah, I think I would just do that. That Izzy can probably read a map if she's a psych major, whatever she's doing at that level.
That doesn't translate.
Does it translate?
No, but it shows some degree of intellect.
There's
Of
like,
intellect.
she has a brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thank you.
The bar is not very high,
Like,
but
she can read.
So, I think the only way we get anywhere is to give Charlena the map. But I also really want to see what she does on the aux, but I have to assign her to the map because otherwise we're on a road to nowhere.
yeah, but like,
Um,
I really don't want Izzy to have the aux though. I feel like it's
Okay,
That's
then
a
give it to
disaster.
Abby. Maybe Abby has some freaky ghost playlist.
well, and that's great. But then you're in the
No,
car
she
with
doesn't.
like one apple slice and a bag of skinny pop.
You give Abby the aux cord, and it's literally just gonna be like spooky sound effects over the aux. Just I see
Literally.
Stop. That's what I listen to.
my gym playlist.
Me with my
Oh, I
Dungeons playlist.
I didn't think about this at all. Oh, I mean, I guess I give her the snacks then. I don't know what Izzy plays on the aux. I don't want to find out.
I feel
This
like
is how I-
it's gonna be like Katy Perry.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know, like, and I don't know if I want to listen to that.
I think she's playing mid to late 2010 or 2010s era pop, and then like Garth Brooks and other new country. Like I think that's what she's putting us through. There's one screamo song in there though. It's like a Russian roulette.
Now, if only we had Mel, I would trust her with the aux.
Oh, absolutely. This was a tough one though. I feel like there's no winning with anybody.
That's great. That's a great brain teaser. I love that.
That was fun.
Mhm.
This is always a fun question. People love to ask this question and give us Fatima as one of the options, so this was a nice change.
Oh my god.
All right, here's another fun brain teaser for you guys. Would you rather fight one whale-sized Holt or 10 Holt-sized whales? Go.
Oh my god.
I think.
Oh jeez.
Full-sized whales. I'm down for a gank fight. What's my? Do I get a harpoon?
Sure.
Like, okay, it's the whales then. It's the 10 Holt-sized whales all day long.
You just
Oh
want the
my
blubber.
I want the blubber jerky.
You're
Yeah.
going Moby Dick over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
It's
just
okay.
want to. I like the idea of one whale-sized Holt in my head, and he just dominates Snake Horse Harbor. But I just absolutely lose. I
Monster.
lose that. I lose that fight immediately is the problem, but I'm still picking it just to make it happen.
There you go.
I think
There you go.
I want to like see how his sweater scales up, but also like I feel like if he'd be so slow being so big that you could like run behind his ankles and bite them and like you keep him
Last
down.
giant fight from Dark Souls 2.
Exactly.
Oh, it's so great.
I would go all in on that like afflicted grave robber and just I would be like Aragorn fighting the orcs at the end of Fellowship, just me versus 10 whales that are the size of a man. Wait, huge question. If I fight the whales, is it in their home turf? Am I in the water? Or are they on land? Because that's
I feel
a
like you
big
would have to be in the water.
It would have to be. For them to
Do I
be
get a
in a
wetsuit?
challenge.
I would assume that you get water resources. You've got a harpoon. I would say that you can probably get a wetsuit and like a dinghy.
No, you're in like a
bomb
rowboat.
Yeah.
Wearing a sweater
They
just
just
like
broadside me immediately
You're like,
and I go down.
When I see the white whale,
Split your backs and crack your lungs.
No, but I love the idea of one whale-sized Holt because he just is the monster of Snake Horse Harbor.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He is
Yep.
Cadborosaurus.
He is
Who's not?
Cadborosaurus.
Who would? Yeah, who would not vote for him too?
I don't know.
Vote for me or I'll stomp on your house.
Oh my gosh.
I love that mental image.
This question is for Kaylee. What has been the hardest thumbnail to design?
Oh wow,
Ooh.
that's a good question.
I think there's a clerical answer to this, but Nancy Drew uploads is probably what we're limited to.
Yeah. Well, it was almost the key thumbnail because at first I thought I was going to try and draw like pixel for pixel that astronomical clock. Thankfully, Jamie was cool with me doing a more artistic rendition of that. I think actually it would be the Ultimate Ranking Series one that you guys did with Argofump, like a couple of
With
years
all the
back.
culprits on it?
Yes, with all the culprits on it.
Or they're not even culprits, they're just scary
Well,
people in
like
masks.
suspects,
That
etc.
was my guess.
Yeah, because of the pressure. I wanted that to be so good, and I remember I drew all of those busts on my phone. I don't think I had my iPad then, so I was using my trusty Galaxy Note 8 from 2017.
I didn't even know that.
with a stylus, trying to get all
Jeez.
those characters' likenesses right, and then putting those onto my super duper janky like art pro. Oh no, I
Krita?
had Adobe Access then. Never mind. Krita was a nightmare to use to try and design the thumbnails. Don't go past like 2022 for thumbnail design or 2021. But putting those in their right places and just making sure that it lived up to like the Argofump video was definitely the challenge.
Yeah, that's
Well,
fair. That seems like a difficult one.
The Argofump video was in games though.
Yeah, you're right. It was end games, but we put like scary culprit people on it.
Yeah, but
I
that was the
okay.
the concept that you and I were like bouncing back and forth to because we didn't know what would look the best.
There you
Fair.
go. Casey Nickerson says the hard work definitely paid off. They always look so cool.
Cute.
Aw.
Kaylee,
That's so sweet.
Kaylee does not get enough recognition for the thumbnail work she does.
I get perfectly good enough recognition. I'm just, I thank you so much. That means a lot to me.
Aw. All right, next question is for all of you. Do you all mostly agree on what games are the best, or are there some that you strongly disagree on?
That is a good question.
Agree amongst ourselves or agree with the community? What do you think there?
they intended agree amongst yourselves. That's what I took at least.
We generally agree. I don't think there's any games where we're just like, I love this, and Julian's like, I hate this, or something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there is though.
Don't you guys? I know that
Yes, I can think of one.
it's probably what I was gonna say.
Deadly Device. Julian is a major Deadly Device fan.
Oh yeah.
I have warmed up to it over the years, but at a time, that was a D tier game for me.
Okay.
Yeah, Deadly Device. I would say the other four were pretty consistent on because it's going to be like Last Train. I think Final Scene. It's probably Captive Curse. But then Jamie and I have always disagreed on Deadly Device. I've always really liked it. Jamie has not.
I am a Deadly Device hater. I don't hate the game, it's just not my favorite.
Interesting.
I'm
I
sorry,
feel like
Julian, we really disagree. I'm sorry.
I'm noticing that. I feel like Deadly Device had some of the best suspects ever. So that's an interesting take.
Okay, but like you
But
got Ellie, who's
I know
a
there's a
yawn.
lot of- Yeah.
Sorry.
Ellie just disappears. That's
I
fair.
mean, Mason is an icon, but I
is.
wouldn't say he's a good suspect.
Oh, I would. We disagree.
Yeah.
Mason feels like he's annoyed that he's in the Nancy Drew game, and I love that.
He does. He resents the fact that he's even there.
We should play Deadly Device, Kaylee. I think you'd have a good time struggling with that one.
I wanted to, but you said it was one of the hardest ones.
Yeah, but you've graduated that you could handle it.
Kaylee, it's so hard.
It took us like an hour to find a pen.
No, listen. Do you like science, Kaylee?
I do. I am a
Okay.
science person.
Okay, then you might be able to survive this one. I, however, am an artist.
Well,
It's-
there's the thing. I like science from the fun perspective.
It's like STEM science, not like organic nature science.
Okay.
It's like circuit wizardry and chemicals and periodic table and that sort of stuff.
If I wasn't going to go into the arts, I was going to go into environmental science because I think like that general thing, and also like geology too, is super cool. That's my very limited boat. I never took chemistry in high school or anything related to it. So if it's that kind of science,
I'm sorry to
passed
tell you,
chemistry.
it is that kind of science.
it's that kind of science. Okay.
But it's a good mystery.
It is. It's a
Okay.
great mystery.
It's the only murder mystery besides game
It
1.
is not.
That counts.
There you go. Sorry.
Yeah, I know this, but
Two.
game 1 hardly counts. Come on. Game
counts.
1 is the first rung on the ladder. to
Okay,
get
but
to
they
the better
did remake it. So like,
Yeah, and it was a very mid remake.
I know.
I like. Yeah, Katie played it. I like the
I said I
original more
wanted
than the
it.
remake for so many reasons.
me
'cause, like,
too.
the remake just has so much missed potential.
Me too. I love the original in comparison to the remake. Neither of them are excellent games by any means, but if we're comparing the two, the original is the better one. But then, that being said, for the upcoming Speedathon, I am playing Secrets Can Kill Remastered. But I can do it in less than 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna like literally hop on, say hello, and then hop off, and I'm done.
For Jamie and I's Let's Play and commentary, it drove us mad for the very first game. Just going to the boiler room, switching discs, leaving the boiler room, switching discs.
I can't believe we actually played it in like 2021 with the disc switching. That's bizarre to me. We got it on CD.
I literally
was
just did
very
it last
awesome.
month. I streamed
my
it
God.
and I switched discs on stream.
Fantastic.
It's so good. So good.
It's so funny.
So good. Such a great time. I just love switching discs. At least it's not
I
like
also-
the first game that Her Interactive came out with, Mackenzie and Company, had 5 discs.
Oh my
Ooh.
god, I've never even heard of that game.
Really?
No.
When did that come out?
1995?
Huh.
So
Competing with
Her
the Dark
Interactive
Eye.
became a company in 1994, started their production of the game. This game came out in 1995, and then they had another game after that, which was The Vampire Diaries, came out in 1996, same year that I came
Do you
out.
know
Thank you
that
very
one?
much. I look a whole lot better than that game. And then in 1998, Secrets Can Kill.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jamie, you should,
Secrets. Sorry,
Oh,
Kaylee.
sorry. I was gonna say, JB, you should like try and find some kind of emulator. For
I could play
one
it.
of those
Oh, I
early
can help with
games.
that.
Sure, I could play it. Yeah, I just. I'm a little scared too.
I can
I'll
help
play-
you with
I'll
that.
play
I've actually
Detective Barbie
emulated
2
both,
for that.
so
Epic.
got you. I got you. Just
I'll always remember from OG Secrets Can Kill just some iconic quotes, like asking Holt what he's gonna study in college, and he just goes, "Football." It's just so dumb.
he's like, I don't need to study.
Yeah.
That's such a crazy game. It's so 90s.
Hmm.
Which game have you had to eat the most peppers for?
Oh,
Oh.
okay. So the pepper rule hasn't been around for that long. If assuming we're talking about Nancy Drew games, that's probably Deadly Device or Trail the Twister. And in
I think
fact-
it is Deadly Device.
In fact, I think we still owe a pepper or two for Deadly Device because we cheated on the last episode. We couldn't not solve the last puzzle.
We cheated. Yeah, we cheated on that, and then for Ellie's phone password, Jamie.
Yeah, that I can't believe we cheated on that one. That's a good puzzle that for some reason our shrimp brains weren't comprehending.
So that was 2 failure instances, if we're not counting keys, of course, because we have failed a number of times there.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
I think Deadly Device has really rattled us.
Eat some peppers for keys. I'm making sure that happens.
I do want to say, because this reminded me, there was a point where it wasn't going to be peppers and it was going to be a taser, and I had to talk them down from it.
Yeah, Kaylee said she would be very mad with me if I started tasing myself over Nancy Drew puzzles.
Yeah.
I thought if the world didn't know that, they should know that you were willing to tase yourself over cheating in a Nancy Drew puzzle.
I actually ordered the taser and had it in my hand in the Trail of the Twister video. You can see a bit of it where I'm just like, I also turned it on. I'm just like, that's a little too intense. I fired up the taser in my hand. I was like, yeah, that's a little bit too much.
Like, that is a self-defense weapon that you
now it's just a self-offense weapon. So.
My god!
So I'm the reason that Jamie's still around today. Thankfully.
You don't know that. You didn't let me tase myself.
I'm pretty confident that wouldn't have ended well.
I'm fine.
This is why women live longer.
I was gonna
That's
wear
exactly
rubber sole
what I'm
shoes,
saying.
okay?
You were gonna wear
Yeah.
sole shoes. Like, that makes
Rubber
it
is
easier.
shockproof. You should
You're
know
not
this.
shockproof.
Oh my gosh. What game is your aesthetic? This is for everybody.
Ooh.
Waverly.
Blackmore immediately went to mind.
Wait.
That's tough though. My aesthetic. So I would want to decorate my room to the theme of this game. Okay. Hold on.
Deception Island, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm honestly
Yeah.
not as big of a Pacific Northwest person as many other people are, but I love fishing, I love fog, I love rain, I love the sea, and the best I get is Lake Erie. So I would definitely be down for some salt water for a change.
That's true.
And I like cold weather too. I'd love somewhere on the coast that's not always hot.
I have to change my answer. I have to say Deception then,
Yeah.
because I'm in the exact same boat there. I initially said Waverly because it reminds me so much of the all-girls school that I went to.
Oh, cool.
But I'm gonna have to jump off the boat for that one because I just love Harbor Town.
Yeah, thinking about Deception Island's got me wanting salty fish.
Dude, I want
What?
lobster
Ew.
so bad right
I
now.
want a kipper snack so
Okay,
bad.
No.
I love this.
I-
So wait, where are you all geologically?
Ohio. We're
Mhm.
we're right over by Lake Erie,
Gotcha.
Cleveland area.
Okay, I figured since you mentioned Lake Erie, but
It's like a 2-minute walk from our house.
nice.
More like 10 minutes.
That-
We're not that close to the lake.
He's like, we're not that fast. Our strides aren't that long.
Julian's the tallest though, so maybe for him.
Julian, no, I'm taller than Julian.
Are you taller than Julian?
Yeah, I'm barely. I'm 5'10" and a half, and he's like 5'9" or 5'10".
No,
Taller
I
than
am
Al?
also 5'10" and a half. But
Okay,
I think
then
you
I
are
guess we're the
still
same
taller,
height.
Jamie.
Yeah.
I would need to see a side by side. I always just imagined him taller.
If only you were in the same room, we'd have you stand back to back. Get out the ruler.
Oh, that was a big flash of lightning.
Uh-oh. Well, luckily we're almost done. Let's get y'all out of here.
Oh, let me just float it real quick. Are we cool with sticking around maybe another 10 minutes if it means
Yeah.
answering some more questions? Julian,
Okay.
is that cool?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we can make that happen. We'll say 9, 10, 9, 15, 10, or 10, 10, 10, 15,
Absolutely.
tentatively.
I got you. I have more questions anyway, so.
Cool, yeah. Let's see how many we can get through.
Okay, what was everyone's first Nancy Drew game, and would you recommend others start with that game? And if not, what would you recommend people start with?
Oh, that is so funny for Jamie and I. It's just so interesting. But our first ever game was Legend of the Crystal Skull, recommended to us by our childhood pediatric doctor. Not sure how that was related.
Mom said, "Oh, he loves reading Hardy Boys books," and the doctor's like, "Oh my gosh, he should play the Nancy Drew video games. My kid's niece is something plays those and says they're really good."
I love that.
We got them from the library. We were the kids who went to the CD-ROM section of the library, and probably around 2015, our local library threw out all their CD-ROM games, and we were devastated.
Ah,
Mhm. But it's just funny in the context of, do you recommend that as the first game? Because we always refer to it as like this black sheep game in the franchise. It's just so distinctly different.
it is.
And I think I still would. I think I still would recommend it. It wouldn't be my first choice, but I'd be like, let's get you started with this game. And I feel like it starts so ominous with like a warning to play in a dark room. Like what other game does that?
I don't think I've ever seen it. Like,
Would
Yeah.
actually say, I would say I would not recommend Crystal Skull as the first game, even though I would probably call it maybe the best game, or like it's easily one of my favorites. And I would say that because if someone's playing Crystal Skull as their first Nancy Drew game, they don't understand how special it is. We certainly didn't for a long time. And I would actually say the same thing about Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon too. I think Last Train is not a great first game because people are going to go into the expectation just like, all right, where's the Hardy Boys in this game? And like, where's the fun destinations and the celebrity characters? Just cool things like that.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I think it makes more sense to start people on a slightly more milquetoast game, something like
Treasure in the Royal Tower.
Treasure in the Royal Tower
was
is a
my first
classic.
game.
If they don't mind old graphics, that is a great game to start with. Our second game was Ghost Dogs. I could even recommend that as a first game because it's a very simple mystery. The first thing I always ask people when recommending a new game is how much do you care about graphics? Because if they don't care at all, I always recommend a classic game. If they're a bit more stingy, I might even recommend something like Thornton Hall or Sea of Darkness, which is why Kaylee started with Thornton Hall.
Yeah, I was going to say, I did start with Thornton Hall, and I really, really enjoyed it. Especially as someone who is just very not skilled when it comes to mystery games. So Jamie was definitely helping me through a significant bit, but I still feel like there was a fair amount that I could understand and get through on my own. And for that reason, I think I would say I would recommend Thornton Hall to be the game that someone starts with, along with the fact that it's just such a good mystery, and like it feels like there's high stakes, you know, because of is that also Salem or is that another
That's
kitty?
Niles. That's my other cat.
Hello,
Niles, the balance tree.
Hi. Hi, Niles.
Oh, Tabby, hi.
Wow.
He's
Oh,
my
that's like
little-
Grace's cat.
He's so tiny.
Oh.
Little fella.
But
He's
yeah,
adorable.
for that reason, and because it feels like there's high stakes, I think that's a great game to get a new player started on.
Yeah, so I started with Treasure Roll Tower. Obviously, I was 5, so like it was easy to get into because I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. But then as an adult, every time I introduce somebody to the series, I actually choose Ghost of Thornton Hall.
Really?
Ooh.
I feel like that is definitely the most digestible and accessible game to new players.
Yes, it's so good. The story is so interesting. The setting kind of pulls you in. And I feel like the puzzles are, like Kaylee said, they're like, there's some that are a little more difficult, but like for the most part, I feel like that's a really accessible game that you can do it and you can do it on your own.
A very nice thing I can say about starting people on Thornton Hall is that if somebody plays that game and they say that was great, are there any other Southern Gothic games? You can go, yes, there is, and it's called Legend of the Crystal Skull, and it's a damn good game.
I think Crystal Skull was actually my second game. I
Was it?
think
Wow.
you did. Yeah, I think you did go. Okay, so you tolerated that, right? Okay, so Legend of the Crystal Skull.
Yeah, that sounds like the right order.
That was great.
So
I loved
funny.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
don't
haven't
re-
lived and you've been
Royal
playing
Tower
Crystal
and then
Skull.
Haunted Mansion, because that was all that was out.
Right. You have not lived until you've been playing Legend of the Crystal Skull, and Nancy says May 31st, that's today, and then realize it is actually May 31st when you're playing.
Really?
Oh, I love
Julian and I
that.
had that happen to us once. It was so funny.
Oh, that's so funny. I just had that in an Easter game too. I don't remember which one it was, but I was like, that's literally today. What one was that?
Mm.
I forget. Maybe it was one of the. I forget. We'll move on.
Jamie, we'll have to replay that game in a week.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The one-day stream of Crystal Skull.
Your favorite games aside, let's not play favorites here. What game was
Okay.
the most fun to play on your channel?
Good question. Ooh.
Nancy Drew game. Okay, honestly,
I know.
it might be key right now because it's so much fun to play with all three of us. That's just one magical part of it.
Yeah.
But of a game that we finished, I might actually say Secrets Can Kill original because that was Julian and I's first time ever playing the original Secrets Can Kill, and it was so bizarre.
It is bizarre.
I never had more fun than when we played Old Clock, Jamie.
Really?
Yes, we went crazy.
Yeah, the
on
mini golf.
golf.
Oh,
We would sit around 2 hours after we started recording just to competitively beat each other at mini golf.
mini
And
golf
it
was
was
so
just,
much fun.
it was just a great, like, we were churning out content on the channel, and we just couldn't get enough of Old Clock. Just it's not one of my favorite games. I'm very unbiased in this answer. It was just so much fun to play in that moment, in that era of time.
Oh my gosh, one of the funniest things about that is that Julian got up to go to the gym at one point, and I just said, like, oh, I'll just finish these holes. And out of rage, I accidentally discovered an exploit that lets you reset your golf ball on every hole, so that you can always get a hole in one if you want. And I didn't tell Julian about it, and I set a really, really low par. And I just went to see how long I could keep that going when think he had to beat me. It was so much fun.
That's hilarious. You're gonna have to teach me that trick.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just go ahead and say on the air, it's simple. All you do is, if you mess up a stroke, you go to the menu, you click more Nancy Drew, and then you like flip through one of the games, and you go back, and when you go back to the continue game, your golf ball's in the starting position, and it rewinds all the strokes.
Mm-hmm.
And it resets on every hole.
That's awesome. That's like I thought, you know, if I save the game and then just reload it. But that's like probably easier.
But it's not as cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's any viewers out there who haven't seen Jamie and I's mini golf episode, it is a really great job. Jamie edited it really well, and it's so funny.
That's one. I'm gonna go back and watch it after the stream, honestly. Now,
I am too.
Kaylee, you gotta tell yours too.
Oh, I was gonna say Key as well. I think it's been really fun trying to bumble through all of this stuff blind, because I don't think nothing like that's ever happened on the channel before, and it's just really been interesting. I love seeing both of you be stumped, because I feel like I'm not the only idiot in the room.
This game is such an equalizer. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. Yeah, something I can say I'm really pleased with about Key is that it was a little bit awkward when we first were approached by her, because they offered to like give us a review copy of the game and give our honest opinions, and we're like, we love you guys, we loved your games, we're not sure what this game's going to be like. If we get another Midnight in Salem, it could get ugly. But I think by the end of the first episode, we were all aware that like this is a fun game, it has merits, it has downsides, and that we can comfortably review it and be honest without feeling awkward.
Yes.
So like we're just it feels like an honest review, and I'm really liking that, because there was a bit of anticipation about like, are we going to feel coerced that we have to say nice things because her has been good to us?
Yeah.
And absolutely not. I can confidently say this has been a genuine review with integrity.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm a little scared. So I'm on the same team with you guys. I was also given the review copy. I'm a little scared because, like I said, I have some things. But I know some of the girls on the Herd team personally. And I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Awesome.
I know Bree. Bree's been a very good market outreach. She's fun.
Yes. Oh, she's wonderful. Oh my goodness. I love them all. I feel like I talk to Rue the most. And she is so precious and like just such the best person that like I don't want to go in and say, well, this could have been done better, and it's something that like they worked on. You know?
I completely understand.
Bad.
Right.
I feel so bad because I love them all.
Constructive criticism goes a long way, though.
Yes, it does.
This is true, and I feel like one of the best things that I'm gonna say about this game is that they listened to fans, and they like when you play this game, you can truly see that it is a game made by people who love the games and love the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very special.
Real quick, it definitely does sound like they have listened to the fans with that game. I do just want to throw in real quick on the most fun games to play. We had a game of Raid when we played Game 24 that was so bizarre. We played on hard difficulty that we uploaded it as its own episode. It was a bonus episode titled Raid Rage, and it was the funniest. It was insane. I don't want to give too much away, but it was a game of Raid that lasted 25 minutes.
Dang.
And it was bizarre.
Came down to the wire.
Here,
Maybe one
Morgan,
more question.
Here's your free Salem. Enjoy.
Miss Salem.
All right, one more question. Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I have to choose.
You know, I would say I think based off tonight, we're all open to do this again sometime, because this has been a lot of fun just to talk
I
ND.
would love to have y'all back. Oh my goodness. I also open it up for anyone who ever wants to like join me on the channel. My friend today called me the Queen of Collabs because I truly just love collabing with people. So you
I have to
always,
agree.
always
We do
welcome.
too.
All right. I've chosen. Your last question is, come up with a convincing argument for someone to play Midnight in Salem or any game you hate.
Convincing argument to play Midnight in Salem. So it has to be convincing.
It has to be
Like
convincing.
I can't just be like lying through my teeth sarcastic.
No, it's gotta be like something that you really think makes it good.
Danger by Design appeals too much to the main demographic that'd just be cheap for me to say that. So I think I will say that Midnight in Salem has the most dynamic range of characters in the games up to that point.
Yeah.
It's got double the suspect count. The characters are well written for the most part. And for the first time, you really feel Nancy's clique of friends. You get like 4 in the flesh characters who are not really suspects, but they kind of like keep Nancy company, and it feels lived in. It's a game that feels lived in.
It does, yeah.
I would add on to that saying it captures small town politics very well. Everyone has their own very cemented opinions, and they have their own place in this very confined little town, and that makes it feel very comfortable and cozy sometimes. That might be where it ends for me.
Okay.
I feel like you'd be able to sell Scarlet Hand better than I could, Jamie, but I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Kaylee really does not like Scarlet Hand.
Okay,
that was the
here's the
first game that left a bad taste in her mouth.
I'm
Yeah.
so offended.
Well, I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine.
I'm sorry. I was just really bad at it. There were a bunch of puzzles that like, and I'm bad at puzzles, and they got me. Those like okay. So I guess like part of the reason that I'm going to try and sell it is also something that didn't vibe with me so much. It was all of those mini games.
Okay.
Like as you go deeper
Yeah.
into, I felt like that one of my like favorite things about the Nancy Drew games is usually the mini games.
Mhm.
Like when there's like those short puzzles. I didn't Carousel have a good bit of
Yeah,
them?
Carousel Barnacle Blast.
That was one of the reasons I love Carousel so much. Oh my
Squid
god, play Barnacle Blast.
So
And
you like Barnacle
that
Blast?
I think I enjoyed Barnacle Blast. I
Yeah.
think I had a good. I think if I'm thinking of the right game, yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That's one of the reasons why that game stands out so high to me.
Yeah.
But
You're supposed to say nice things about Scarlet Hand, babe. That's the question.
I'm thinking.
This
They
is
didn't
so
all
hard for you.
suck.
It's a sick museum.
It
The
is
museum is
absolutely
awesome.
a sick museum. Yeah.
Scarlet Hand is the game literally nobody asked for and nobody would have asked for, but it found a big, home, lovely fan audience with a lot of people.
My big sell for Scarlet Hand is that it is truly unique, and I wish that it only had more to offer.
Yeah.
In that regard. Like I wish it was bigger, which I think is a good thing for a game to leave you wanting.
Yeah.
Because for all of the little frustrations that I had with it, like ultimately that could just be an L for me, like I did still have a good time going through the museum, reading all of the different plaques and stuff. I feel like I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Like I will
Mhm.
see like a Mayan word or an Aztec word. Was it Aztecs?
It was mine.
Yeah, okay, it was
yeah.
mine. I will see a Mayan word like used in like a nature documentary or like just mentioned online when like people are talking about different cultures, and I'll go, oh yeah, Scarlet Hand, without even realizing that I went, oh yeah, Scarlet Hand. So I'll say that.
Yeah.
It is a great game if you want to learn about something that doesn't get touched on a lot.
Quality edutainment.
Mhm.
It's one last thing on Scarlet Hand. It's been a popular critique from us in the past is that it's more or less Museum Curator 101, but there's a very interesting perspective from it in that it's the only case that Nancy starts and there's no mystery. So when a crime happens, you get a different perspective on it, which makes it a bit more fun to investigate.
That's true.
The first hour of that game is not a mystery game at all.
Exactly. So
Henrik,
it's
like throws his back out.
yeah. I mean, you could make the case that is kind of compelling.
It
I don't
is,
know.
yeah.
It is unique.
It's
It
something
is.
that I'd like to see again.
That would be cool. Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
I had wondered if Key was going to be like this. Like obviously we didn't know much about Mystery of the Seven Keys, and I wondered if, based on how Midnight in Salem ended, where she's like, let's go on vacation to Ned, I was like, is she gonna be like on vacation with Ned and then like stumbles upon a mystery? That would be cool. So I don't know, maybe
Really
eventually.
cool, actually. extra cool if it ended in like their divorce or something.
They're 18,
Oh my God.
ma'am.
It's like a choose your own adventure story. There's alternate endings on whether or not Nancy and Ned stay together.
Literally Sea of Darkness.
Oh my gosh, no, I keep reminding people, like, especially because of when I did my episode with Scott Carty, he was like, Ned and Nancy should, like, get married. And I was like, they're 18.
Are
They've
they
been
really just
18 for
stuck at
90
18?
years.
I've always been picturing her like, I know we're barely far from 18, but I've always been picturing her like at least 22. So that's
Yeah,
interesting.
she
I
is
feel
18.
like she should be by now.
Right. Nancy's actually 35 by now.
I mean, if she was 18 in 1998 when the first game came out, then
Then,
like...
oh wait, what's the math on that?
Oh, geez, I don't know. Hold on. What year is
Then
it?
she would have been born in 1980, so she would be 44.
She would be 44.
Goodness.
Wilds.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, so she should have married Ned already, and been on to her second husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, they're not working
And
out.
then moved on to Wade.
She's got to get that first one
Tex,
out of the way.
It's erratic.
Dylan Carter.
Oh my gosh, I'm shocked nobody has said Frank yet.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think Nancy
Yeah.
and Frank would work. Sorry. I'm sorry. to all
There
the
is a pretty
Francie
big following
shippers.
for that, isn't there?
They'd be too busy ignoring each other.
Seriously, exactly. They're too alike. It would be like the same kind of magnet, and like you literally can't put them together. Like that. That's Nancy and Frank. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to all the Francie shippers. Forgive me.
Reeks. No. If we're about to split up, I just have to do this because I was sad that the algorithm stalled this one. I made a meme of Game 34 and I sent it to you. It's a short on my channel. If you'd be interested in showing it, it is 30 seconds long.
Okay, hang on. Wait.
I don't know.
It's
hold on.
good.
You sent it to me.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah, it's in the Discord.
Oh, fab.
If you wanted to try screen sharing it, but
Yeah,
it's,
I can. I
This
I
was,
absolutely can. Oh,
a
I
genuine
actually saw this.
Oh, good. Someone saw it.
All right.
It's good.
Here, let's pull this up. Hang on. Let me stop my music that's playing.
Tell me when to be quiet.
Oh my god, Jamie.
Sorry, I wanted to share this with people.
Your word
No, you're
is
right.
formaldehyde.
Hold on. Oh no, pause. I'm not done.
Use it
I'm
in
not
a
ready.
sentence?
I'm not ready. Oh,
As
did
you're
you make
sitting
it
in your
34
basement,
seconds long
you
on
hit your
purpose?
vape, but then your mom walks in, freaks out.
Oh no, I
Yes.
it's 32. Yes, I did.
In your body, you formaldehyde,
Okay, hang on.
which
hang
she
on.
singles out because it's the
Hang
same
on.
chemical used to
Hang on. Shut up. Not you.
Cool.
Maybe it's my second monitor is freaking out tonight.
I gave Julian my second monitor, and I regret it every day.
I know.
Here we go.
I appreciate it every day.
That's great, Julian. Didn't ask.
There we go. Let me get this up. Wow, you guys asking me to change my settings midstream.
Oh no, Jamie.
I'm
How
sorry.
dare. How dare. And it's like not wanting to load.
Synced up.
Ah, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna
I have
do?
a feeling
I'm not
I'll
even.
need
I'm
it.
gonna put the.
This was something I did in class.
It's playing now. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and everybody
is fine,
can be
yeah.
on their own to find it because
Mhm.
that's
That's
too much.
fair.
to ask.
Understandable. I don't
At
want. No, you're
10:15
good. I don't want to. I didn't realize you'd have to reformat the whole stream.
All right, I will put that in the chat. So, guys, this has been so fun. I have had such a blast chatting with y'all, and
I have to.
absolutely, I know we already touched on this. Absolutely, always welcome to come back on my channel. If you ever have a game in particular that you want to play with me or anything like that, I stream multiple times a week and make videos just for YouTube as well if something needs to be unsaid and edited out.
Always good.
Yeah.
That's why I don't stream.
It's usually me doing that.
Oh my gosh.
I will just mention to you, and I guess there's no harm in saying it on the air, that I have been in talks with Hugh that when we are all finally done with 7 keys, meaning that when like we finally beat it because we're moving the slowest out of anyone, that we should try to have a giant group call together with the Council of Sleuths to just air out our thoughts on the game.
Dude,
That's a great idea.
yes. You know what
Having
I'm
a-
wanting to do is, and I haven't said this yet anywhere, so this is like an announcement. Here's what I want to do. I want to take people who were on the team. Oh, it's still playing your video. My bad.
Oh no!
I think it's playing it again. There we go.
I hope
Okay,
that's not just
X out of that.
broadcasting.
I want to take people who were on the launch day team that Her Interactive put together, and because we all have to make content anyway, and play a giant game of Nancy Drew Cards Against Humanity. I think
That'd
that
be
would super
fun.
fun.
That would be fun.
Because Ray, who made them, has a pack that is Mystery of the Seven Keys. That I think she either already has it out or is coming out with it. And I'm going to check that out because I don't have my finger on the pulse there yet. But I want to do that so bad. I think it would be so fun. So if you guys are ever interested in doing that, let me know.
Oh, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many of you in the chat are like, yes. It would be so fun. When Carter did his Nancy Drew night show, did you guys watch that?
I don't think I did.
No.
No.
Okay, well he basically did a parody of like Jimmy Fallon or you
Yeah.
know like one of those guys. But it was all Nancy Drew related, and he had me and Hugh and Liv play Cards Against Humanity with him, and it was just so fun. So like I want to recreate those vibes because it was just the best.
That
Absolutely,
would be
I
a
would
good
love
time,
that.
yeah.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, cool. Think she may still be working on it. Oh, good. Thank you, Liv. I knew it was either like soon or already. So yeah, I can't wait. But whenever she gets that out, I am going to be the first person to buy it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming on my channel. It has been so lovely getting to know you all. And what do you guys have for the future for your channel?
Well, I mean, it's always a team effort when we do the Nancy Drew stuff, but I kind of just do most of the content on my own. And apart from Seven
Same.
Keys, you were saying, Julie?
The sandwich making challenge.
Yes, that's been talked about.
Please?
Yes. Kaylee has concocted this horrific idea that for a subscriber milestone, we need to do a subscriber submitted sandwich ingredients and then make sandwiches like on Deception Island and eat them by pulling the ingredients out of a hat.
Brilliant.
And I'm terrified of this idea. This idea terrifies me because I know I'm going to eat a baking soda and squid sandwich. But I can't run from it forever, so we'll probably do that. And we're due for it because due to non-Nancy Drew content that I recently uploaded, we actually like quadrupled in our size. So
Yes. Oh my goodness, congrats. I went to
Thank
your channel and I was like, "Oh dang, they got 11,000 followers." I am such small potatoes.
something happened.
No,
Yeah.
that didn't happen until like literally like a month ago.
There was an anomaly.
It was a click.
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, I very much plan to keep on playing the Nancy Drew games with these goobers, especially the ones Kaylee hasn't played and the ones that Julian and I haven't extensively covered. And maybe we'll do another triple Let's Play since it's just been so much fun. But apart from that, I am trying to pursue more video essay sort of videos because I've been told that I'm good at it. And I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and say it. I've been working like a fiend the past couple weeks on my next big one. It's a massive analysis of a game I played called The Paynes Creek Killings, which is supposed to be an open world murder mystery. And it's less of a story retelling and more of a very critical and scientific analysis of if developers can make an open world mystery without hand-holding and still have players satisfyingly solve the mystery before the end. And it's very different. It's probably going to be very dry, but I'm making it because I have the vision. The hyperfixation is strong with that one.
Very cool. Very
Probably
cool.
be done in the
Can't
middle
wait.
of June.
Can't wait to see it. That's going to be really cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you
It
guys
was
have
so
any?
nice meeting you.
What was that?
It was so nice meeting you. This has been
Yes,
so fun.
it was. This
It
has
was
been a
so
great
nice
time.
meeting you too. I told you guys it was going to be a good time.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Mhm.
were
Believe
so
you.
fun. You're so sweet.
This is great. I can't wait to come back for the booty wheel once we get it oiled up and it's actually running again.
Oiled up.
It was a rusty booty wheel, okay?
Oh,
it just
it
needed to
was.
get greased a little bit.
It was.
Stop talking.
Oh my gosh.
There goes
I'm
your mic again. My bad.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I've never had the wheel act up before, so like, I'm sorry that it was for you, but hopefully next time. No, I'm not sorry. That
We
had
lost
to
our mic in like the last 5 seconds. I'm so sorry. I can't hear you.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, do you guys
There we go,
have
we're back now.
any parting words for us before we leave?
Thank you, really. Thank you so much for having us.
Vote for Holt.
Yeah, I was gonna say vote for Holt.
least I was
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm very much open to doing it again.
Awesome.
Yeah, we gotta
This
do
is
more of
so
this stuff.
sweet. I can't wait to look more into the streamers we talked about, the videos that you've made. Like, I can't wait to go watch you jump around in a Fatima costume after this. That's on my immediate to-do list.
Oh, no.
This was so fun.
Yeah, we are all
Ugh.
we're all very busy people, but we always like to make time for Nancy Drew stuff.
Mhm.
It is the best.
Mm-hmm.
Top
Absolutely.
Great
priority.
community.
Absolutely. Best community. Such a great community.
hmm
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Everyone in chat, thank you for being here, and stay sleuthy. Bye.
Stay.
Vote for Holt.
Toodles.
Vote for Holt. See you, Susie.